Right now. There it is. See?
Yep.
There's the thing. All right. So now that 15 seconds buys us time to find us on your Facebook feed because it doesn't trust me yet. Daniel Plata is not trusted. See, there's no way that was 15 seconds.
Well, it says 20 seconds in. I don't know.
I think you know what it
Yeah,
is?
that did feel like 5 seconds. I don't know.
I bet there's like 5 seconds ish while it's churning, trying to get us live, and I bet it counts that as part of the 15 seconds. I'm on to it.
Yeah, we gotta call Zucks about that.
I'm onto their game. Hey, look at we're live on your page. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna share it to my feed.
I am not, because I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my thing.
Because you're live with crypto slinging. Well, maybe previously crypto slinging. I can even tag the podcast. Let me do that. Live on the at home service happy hour. No, not that one.
Yeah.
At
remind me about my battery, because it's not very good.
Oh, you're gonna need to go plug in somewhere? You're gonna have
eventually. I got 22%. That'll last me a little bit. Nah, I probably should, huh?
You should go plug it in, because when you're live, it'll burn it up pretty quick.
I got a laptop. I can sign back in, and it's fine.
Here we go. We're stealing his Facebook feed.
Okay. Trying my best to drop the feed because of no Wi-Fi inside.
There we go.
See if there's any battery left in this thing.
Yeah.
Hey, we're charging. I like it.
Look at you go. All right.
I know.
We're officially out here. Now we're doing things.
Beautiful day in Washington.
Yeah. Like the fact that you're 2 hours behind me over on the Pacific time zone, I am like a little jealous. Like you have more runway left here and more daylight left here. We're like getting dark, we're winding down, and you got plenty of sunshine left. So cheers to you.
Yeah. I'm like a time traveler.
You are a time traveler. How do you even do it? Doesn't that scramble your brain? Is that what you wear those? Is that what you wear those glasses for? Is just so that like the wind
to keep the brains in. Yeah.
Yeah, the wind from the time speed.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It actually kind of hurts my eyes with the sun in them. Can I take them off yet?
Does it magnify the sun? Like it helps you see through.
So this is for when it's darker to make it brighter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just burning holes in your retina right now.
Yeah, it's like when you put a magnifying. Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. Oh well, it was a good try. They're just badass. It's hard not to wear them. It does. I can see the smoke from the fire now, and it does look like the world might be. Maybe you should turn around and check just to make sure there's some shit that's not on fire. That shit.
Yeah, this is it right here.
Yeah. Ooh, is that a solo stove? Is that a Snoop Dogg approved solo stove?
Snoop Dogg has it too.
Snoop Dogg's on their commercials. I assume they gave him one.
Yeah. Well, why would he? Okay. Snoop Dogg smokes weed, and this thing doesn't smoke. So why would he be?
That's the whole point. It's blunt marketing. That's what they called it in the ad. It's blunt marketing because it doesn't smoke.
All right. I'll
give him that. But I did see some smoke behind you, so clearly it smokes a little bit.
Yeah, well, until it starts, and then it's fine. I do have my citronella candles going though for all the bugs.
That could have been it. What is the temperature range out there right now? Like, are you guys full bore washing and everything right now? Is spring officially kicked off and you already got bugs coming out?
No, I just do it for ambiance. That's but good. Yeah, no, we're washing a lot of stuff, hiring a bunch of people. Oh, we can talk business. Remember last time we didn't talk about business?
I think we'd have to go back and check the replay. I feel like we maybe talked about business for 1/10 of it. It's not off limits. It's not that we can't talk about business. It's just that sometimes we don't. But where'd you go? Now you're on the move. Okay, you're back.
Oh shoot. Okay. Let me it's windy. It's super windy. Should I move closer to the clubhouse? I can go sit by the pool.
Whatever you want to do, man. The world is your oyster. It doesn't you can hear a little bit of the wind, but it doesn't sound like You know, sometimes you're talking to somebody on the phone and all you hear is like the wind blowing across their microphone. Ooh, are we about to take the camper tour? Or are you just showing us the
dude. I mean, I can't. Here, let me get Sky. Here's the mascot.
Oh, hey,
Sky.
puppy. Hey,
Yeah,
puppy.
she needs to go inside so I can go to the pool area.
Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl?
Here, Sky, come on. See if I can
She's
get
just
this thing
standing
off.
over there like, Dad, I've been waiting for you to come and pet me this whole time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just my little bit of camera time.
That's all. That's all she needed. Sky, come on. She's gonna try and go in the truck now because she doesn't.
What dog doesn't want to go in the truck? She's like, let's go. Roll these windows down, dude. I want to stick my head out going 70 down the highway and get some bugs in my eyeballs.
Yes.
Where are you right now? I know you're like, you got your truck and your camper, but where the hell are you actually?
So it's called Angel of the Winds RV Resort.
Is that why it's windy? Did they plan on that? Is it like part of the ambiance is the wind?
Yeah, it's fake wind. They just have big fans.
Yeah. It's like when they make snow at the ski hill. It's kind of like that.
Yeah. No, it does seem really windy up here though. I think it's kind of on the top of the hill, so it's pretty exposed.
That would do it. That's a good spot to catch some wind. Is this
Well, I guess you could have a camper tour. This is it.
Oh, there you go. It looks like you got a good spot to play some board games there. You got like surround seating around the board game table. It's a good touch.
Yeah. Problem is I lose Wi-Fi as soon as I go in there.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that thing cut out quick. It didn't like you in there. It was like a black hole.
All right, I got to get the dang dog in there so I can go to the pool.
Where'd she run off to? I thought she was coming with you in there. Did she bailed on your strategy?
No, look, dude, she's in the truck.
Yeah.
This is where she'll sit here, but there's still sun, so I got to get the windows down at least so that she doesn't die.
Yep.
But she'll just hang out in the truck. She'd be happier in the truck.
Naturally.
My keys.
Yeah. Truck's a good spot for a dog. They're partial to the truck. Always.
Yeah.
You get the cross breeze. You get both windows down, you get the cross breeze. Is what it is.
That's what I'll do. Good thinking. There it is. Damn.
There you go. Then she just might jump out and go chase a squirrel. That's the risk, I suppose.
She doesn't care about squirrels. She'll go chase another dog.
That could happen. She's not a critter chaser.
She doesn't care. She likes people. I think that's probably enough. I'm just gonna go the one. It's almost night. Stay.
Sky, you don't go anywhere. Just stay, girl.
All right. All my stuff is just gonna be blown over when I get back, but I'm going to the pool. Hey, should I bring some bush lights? Check this out. So this is my fridge right here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Look what I did for Dan.
Oh hell yeah, you're stocked up. I got since we're doing a fridge expose here. I think I showed this to you last time. This is my favorite. Oh, somebody's tipping my background. Get back here, background. My wife bought me this for Christmas a couple years ago. It's the official Best Damn Bookkeeping Home Service Happy Hour fridge for my office. And I've got a couple bush lights in there, 2 in fact. And then I got a couple, oh geez, my background's flying away again. And then I got a couple Summit Saga Imperial IPAs. So by the end of the show, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk or think coherently. Kind of like the last time we did one.
Yeah, we'll be in this together. I see there's kids in the pool right now, so I'm not going in there.
Oh, let's go interview them. They might drop some bomb insights on us, you know?
I mean, did I get approval from their parent? That's the only thing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, maybe not. Screw those kids. Those kids suck. Oh, look at that. We got like the reflection version of you. That was cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I like that.
I thought I was interviewing your shadow.
Oh, dude. Okay, I got the best spot. So this is a $50 million build last summer.
Oh, damn.
This is not camping. It's like glamping extraordinaire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just the country club.
We got a little background music for ambiance.
Well, I can pick that up just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit.
So let's go 2 hours because this is a 3-hour podcast.
Could be. You never know.
If it fires up.
Oh yeah, that's a nice little cyclone vent. Get the air going.
Yeah.
You know how to
Okay,
work that
here we
thing?
go.
Do you need to call a maintenance tech? You know how to work that thing?
Uh-oh.
Big. Was that you?
Did we lag again?
Yeah, you're gone for a minute there, but now you're slowly coming back. You're coming back to us now.
Might have been fire. You just clipped again.
No, you clipped again, but now you're slowly catching up. For a minute there, while you were moving around, it was being weird, but now you're back to being normal.
I mean, I'm pretty weird all the time, but yeah.
It's better for the vibe. Better for the vibe of the show.
Yeah. Huh.
So what the hell you been up to? What? So I'm stick with the camping theme here. Is this like a thing that you guys have always done? Is you got the camper and this is like, is this a long ways away from home? Is this close to home? What's the spread?
So this is 20 minutes from my house.
Nice.
Yeah, it's insane. But no, I mean, Nikki and I mean, you know, Nikki, my wife, we did a fifth wheel trip. We actually lived in a fifth wheel for like 3 months, just
Sweet.
traveling around. We just
Heck
stay
yeah.
at BLM land, dry camp everywhere.
Yeah.
And so we know like the camping life, you know, or the glamping life, I guess.
Yeah.
And so like we kind of knew what we wanted, a bunkhouse trailer for the kids. And we bought it last year and didn't use it much that first season. And then just the last like 3 or 4 months, I've just gone and camped every weekend and sometimes during the week. It's just
Nice.
like, why not? It's better than my house.
It's funny you say that because I get my in-laws kind of give me a hard time every once in a while. Nah, not a hard time. But there's an awareness in my family that my house is just a storage place. Like I sleep here, I work here, and I store my shit here. And then the minute that any obligation is done, I'm the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like our house, but it'll be here when I get back. Or it might not. If it all burns down, as long as I can keep going out hunting and fishing and doing cool business stuff somewhere, I can go get more new stuff if I need stuff. This is just where I keep all my stuff.
Yeah. What is stuff? Well, who needs stuff? Like, I mean, literally, okay, I say this saying all the time. All I need is a beer and a fire. And literally, that's exactly what I have right now. There's a fire right there and then a beer right here. And that's all I have right now. It's perfect.
Are you wearing underwear or no? Because you might need some underwear.
Well, no, I don't need underwear. I just whittle stuff. Well, yeah, I guess I'd have to whittle underwear. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, need is a spectrum of a term sometimes. Like there's things you need, and then there's like the things you need, like a beer and a fireplace.
Yeah, I mean, if I get close enough to the fire, though, do I really need underwear?
It depends if you're trying to go to jail or not.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah,
Whatever.
or not trying to go. It depends your comfort level with going to jail or not. Risk aversion.
I prefer.
Risk aversion
Yeah,
tactic.
I mean, I like freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, America.
Yeah.
So what's Nikki and the fam doing tonight? Are they just you're out camping and they're doing whatever they're doing?
Yeah, Nikki's going to hang with a friend of hers, bringing the kids. So, gosh, is it Kelly, I think, or something? She told me. And I listened. I listened really close, I promise.
Yeah.
Like
it was either a 4, 5, or 6 letter name.
Friends.
Yeah, it was a 4, 5, or 6 letter name for a white lady.
It probably started with a K. Karen?
Or maybe a C, but yeah, it could have been a C, but definitely a K. Probably maybe a K sound.
Yeah. It could have been an E. I don't know. She has a friend with an E.
Sally. Could have been Sally, and it just sounded like Kelly, but it has double L-Y in it. That's pretty close.
Well, okay. To be fair, she texted it to me, and I read it while I was driving, so I just kind of skimmed it.
Yeah. You got the important details.
Yeah, she's going. I'm free.
and if you really needed to, you can go verify it. You don't need to for our sakes, but if you really needed to, like you needed to get a hold of her, somehow, some way. You could
Yeah.
at least you have a
Yeah, I
written
got a log. Yep, we're good.
Mhm. Marty's been traveling for work like nonstop lately. And so this week I leave tomorrow to go to Dallas for a convention. But like last week and the first little half of this week is I think the first time we've been in the same place for more than 5 days in a row in 6 months. Like it sounds crazy, but we've been I swear to God, our kids probably think we're divorced. It's like, oh, it's like it's all in the same house. But I think they probably are telling their friends, like, oh yeah, it's my week with my dad. Like, because it's either it's one of us around or the other one of us around, and we alternate travel. Like she will plan her work trips around my conferences or hunting trips or whatever I got going. And it's like, man, it's nice to have a spouse around to help out around here once in a while. It's we get a lot more done when we're both here. It's crazy. Like we actually have time to cook a meal. I think we've cooked more meals in the last week and a half than we had for the last 6 months. The last 6 months had a lot of Crapplebees, some noodles and co, a little bit of Culver's action. You guys probably don't have Culver's out there, do you?
I never heard of Culver's, no.
You will, and when you get it, you'll be like, "Damn, Plata," not Dan Plata. You'll be like, "Damn, Plata." Those Culver's, man. The
Damn,
Butterburgers.
Daniel.
Yeah, it's like fast casual. It's like a fast food chain that serves not fast food food. If that makes sense. Like they can whip it out pretty fast. It takes a little bit longer. Like the drive-through kind of sucks. They give you a number and you just park and wait for like 5 minutes, but it's worth it when you got 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's some quality component to it. Yeah.
They got their game down. Darlene's checking in. Butterburgers. She knows. Darlene knows.
Okay. That's a Culver's thing. It's butter burgers. Yeah, it sounds good. I love when they put butter in the patty. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a smash burger fried in butter. And they just do a good job of it. They do a damn fine job of making their burgers.
And that's over in Minnesota.
They started in Wisconsin. Culver's is like a Wisconsin chain, but now I'll say they cover the Midwest. I don't know what all states they've gotten to, but I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say they're in 15 states. But they haven't made it all the way to you yet. You're a long ways away. You're 2 time zones away. They haven't made it out to you yet. But they're coming. They're coming.
I mean, our market's a little tougher because we're a little more health conscious here. I'm pretty sure, like, isn't Wisconsin like it's like the drunkest, fattest state in the union or something?
You're damn right it is. Everybody's trying to be like us.
Lagging out here.
Yeah, you froze up a little bit, but your face didn't look too stupid when you froze up that time. It looked
the last time.
Yeah, sometimes when you freeze up, you get like a stupid looking face. That time it was just like a good stoic looking thinking face.
Well, maybe now's the time to go hang out with the ladies in the office.
Maybe bring your beers in there. Although the risk is they might take some of them. They might grab some of your beers.
She's on duty. She can't drink.
You're right. You'd have to write her up for that.
Yeah. Yeah, she said she was going to be busy, so she couldn't be on the live. Okay. And she looks kind of busy, but it's okay.
She's working. She's busy working and stuff.
Yeah, I'll just go to the lobby. That's all right. We'll get you later.
You got options. You got options over there. But damn, you got a strong signal. You got a good signal in there.
Yeah, this is like, well, I'm going to be obnoxious in here now. There's one other person.
You'll weed them out.
If I go really loud.
They can be part of the show.
There's another fire, too.
That's true. They got options.
Yeah.
There's other fires they can go find.
Okay, just hang out right
that's
here.
a rager. Yeah, that's a rager, man. Your back is gonna be sweating real fast. I was given a hard time multiple times when we were down in Costa Rica. We were down there for spring break with the kiddos, and this was good confirmation for me that I need to live where I live. Like some people are like, "How do you live up there? It's so cold." I mean, I went down to Costa Rica and it was like 90 every day for a high. No joke. I mean, like I was the dude with just ass sweat the whole time. Like I was being given a hard time because I would just be sitting still and just dripping sweat rolling down my back, gets in your butt, Looks like you peed out of your butt. That was me. There was one morning I was sitting there and I brought my computer down to like the buffet area. I was drinking some coffee, getting some work done. I mean, this is like 7 a.m., right? Which I don't know. I'm not like a dew point expert. The dew point is my understanding like maxes out at 100, and it had to be 100 because I'm just sitting there like sipping on some coffee, and you would have thought I was on one of those games where somebody throws a ball and hits the thing and dunks you. I looked like I had just gotten dunked. I'm just sitting there at 7 a.m. drinking coffee, working on my computer. I had to routinely wipe off my keyboard and like where you put your hands because like that was getting wet because of how much I was sweating just sitting.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. And then after, 5 days down there, then the sun rashes break out. Like I got blistery poison ivy like rashes all over my arms from the freaking sun. And it wasn't like I wasn't wearing sunscreen. I sunscreen like the Dickens because of the way that I am, being all white and stuff. Man, I just like no lie. We got back to Minneapolis. It was 35 degrees. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Might have had a long sleeve on, but I just remember walking outside out of the airport and just like sticking my hands out. I'm just like, oh, it feels so good to be cold. Like I don't like the heat, man. Can't do the heat. I'm the ass sweat guy. Gets hot, start sweating. Got a wet ass. That's what happens.
Yeah. No, I'm exactly the same way. So it's honestly I don't. Hey, you might have missed. I don't like too wet and I don't like too dry.
Gotta have the right amount of moisture. What are they doing over there? Are they playing they shoot slingshots?
Yeah, can I flip the camera?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go say hi.
Yeah, what do they got going on? It sounds fun. Hey. Sounds like they're doing cooler stuff than we're doing.
So I am live right now on a podcast. Are you okay with like being live? There might be like 5,000 people watching potentially.
Tons of for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
So they're playing
the coolest game.
What this is what is this? Axe throwing. Yeah.
Axe throwing.
Indoor axe
throwing. We're having a blast.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So I'm drinking my beers.
I'm having a
You got Kraken,
double Kraken. No, Sky Power Wash, dude.
Oh,
you guys are having fun right now.
Well, you do have that.
Everybody's having fun.
Yeah.
Just throwing the axes. The last time I threw axes, I talked some smack because I'm like okay at axe throwing and I didn't think anybody else would be good. And then like one of the guys that had never thrown axes just happened to be a professional axe thrower, but he didn't know it. And it makes me think like that ability to like just randomly be good at throwing axes is how people must get in Olympics for the bobsled.
Yeah.
Because you might be, Justin, you might be the best bobsledder in the world.
Just don't know it.
Nobody would ever know. What percentage of the world population do you think has ever bobsled? Or luge?
I mean, it's true.
Luge.
Luge. I think that's there's a thing to that. Like there's like on a physical level, if you're an athlete, you're good at basically everything. If you're not, you're not. And intellectually, like same thing. Like
but man, there's one thing I disagree with about that statement, and I prove it over and over again when I'm at a water park with my kids or my nephews, which I was just in Wisconsin Dells this last weekend. We were at a water park. Sure, I'm athletic, but I would give any of my nephews or my kids a head start in a water slide. And because of my mass, I beat them every time, right?
Okay.
Like the bigger you are, the faster you go down a thing like that. It's just science. And so I'm
yeah, you're right. You're luging.
So for a bobsled or a luge, I'm just like, just find a dude that's 300. Like, sure, he's going to get a slow start. But, man, by the time you get that boy going, he's going to friggin' flow past everybody.
There's got to be a weight limit, right? I mean, somebody can Google this. Is there anybody watching right now? Can somebody chat GPT it or something?
Like 5,000 people are watching, man.
Okay, one of the 5,000. You just tell me if there's a weight limit on luge.
If there's a weight limit, we need to cancel it, man. Cancel culture. That's discriminatory.
That's true. Yeah, weight discrimination.
A sport that favors larger people. What's wrong with that?
No, gravity challenged.
Okay.
That's. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Sure. Yeah, sure.
All right, bush light time.
Bush light. Oh, you got tall bush lights too. You didn't just get small.
That's all they had. I don't know. I went to the
16,
store. I was
like a 24-ouncer.
16.
Okay.
But I just had a.
You had it real close to the camera. It looked
I
like
had a 19.2 ouncer just now.
Damn.
So
damn, you're not messing around. I'm actually.
But this is only 5.8. It's not bad.
Tame. The other ones that I have are 10%ers. So you'll know after I have one of those. It'll be
hit the bombs later.
right now I'm having a little whiskey and Sprite. That was like the thing that just sounded good to. I had just eaten dinner and like made some pork chops that were super good, so heavy. And I was like, man, it's not quite ready for a beer yet. I'll do a little whiskey and Sprite before I switch to a beer. So that was what I started with.
So I've gosh, they're fucking hammered. It's okay.
We're working on it. We're gonna catch up to it, man. By the end of this
trying.
episode, you'll be throwing axes. I'll be coaching you.
No, we'll play darts, dude. I can put a dartboard on the outside of my trailer too. I got two screws there to hang it.
That seems a little bit risky for your camper.
Well, it's an electronic dartboard, so it has like plastic tips.
Yeah, it's not the metal tips. Just like checker, like Swiss cheese siding on your camper.
Right. Yeah. I mean, once we get better, we'll put the metal tip ones on there. But we do some drinking sometimes, and nice. And then the little kids too.
Oh yeah, you don't want little kids throwing metal tips around. Oh, there's a dog.
It's getting busy in here. I gotta get out of here.
Your signal is so good though. The signal in there is so good.
I know. Well, I mean, we could just have a community podcast thing, but I don't know if they want to be on it.
I don't know.
I gotta carry all this stuff.
There's only one way to find out. Oh yeah, how many beers you got with you?
No, I took the case off my phone because it was getting hot and I didn't want it to die. When it overheats, it just shuts off.
Yeah, you got a lot of variables you got to work out over there.
Oh, here's a garbage can. See, this is why I stay here. They got garbage cans everywhere. Look at this. Bam.
That was actually one of the more annoying things about being in Costa Rica was that they just didn't have garbage cans anywhere. And it's like, I'm not creating that much garbage, but also I see people littering because the inconvenience of trying to find a garbage can. And as a conservation-minded dude who likes to hunt and fish, I don't really like to see people littering. And I'm like, just give us a place to organize our trash. Like, it's not that we're going to make more trash. You're just going to make it easier for people to not litter.
Yeah. I mean, Costa Rica's like cool. You don't want to make it not cool.
No, definitely not. Actually,
wait, check this out really quick, though.
Not cool from a temperature standpoint. I'll tell you that it's wildly uncomfortable.
Can you see behind me? Okay, so the trailer's right there. I picked the best spot, so don't tell anyone. If any of you are listening, don't ever stay there. It's B16. It's the closest one to the clubhouse, and it's right on the mini golf course, dude.
Oh damn! You got a mini golf course too?
Yeah, $50 million bill. This is really dumb for me to say this live because it's going to spread the word. And now they're going to be busy, but like, there's nobody here. I mean, there's a few people, but it's like 200 spots. But like, look at this.
You're ahead of your time, dude. You're ahead of your time.
Oh shit! My chair is on fire.
Really?
No shit.
Oh, let's see it. Why are we not seeing this?
They're gonna be pissed. Hang on.
I want to see it.
Oh shit! Well, it's literally burning right now.
There's nothing left of it. That thing must have, the wind just grabbed her, huh?
Yeah. Remember when I said the wind was gonna take stuff? I probably should have put the chairs down.
You could have put the chairs down, but it's actually kind of funny. There's like, it's your classic fold-out chair, and there's just no fabric left.
Yeah, it's still on fire right now.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody saw it and was like, that's funny. Like, let's watch and wait for this guy to get back.
I'm pretty sure it's happened because it's not done. Like, it's still burning.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, I
let
mean,
me
at
throw
least it's
some
on
water really quick.
it's on
Good thing
some
their
rock.
drainage sucks here. Look at this. Got
Oh, yeah.
puddles everywhere.
Yeah, you got some water on that.
All right, so
You didn't like that chair anyway.
well, here's the problem. They're gonna have to find somebody that knows how to clean concrete to clean this shit off the ground now.
I know a guy.
I mean, that was my end. I think I planned this.
Self-serving. Pretty self-serving of you. Good
Dude,
strategy.
that was close. I could have burned my trailer down too.
Yeah, good thing those people, maybe it was just meant to be. Those people pushed you out of the lobby and it caused you to have to go back to your digs. And there you were.
Yeah,
Stopping a forest fire.
Yeah. Well, I guess it happens.
Smokey's happy.
Hopefully my wife's not watching.
Nah, she would have said some smart ass shit by now if she was. She would have already given us some business.
That's true. But she's gonna see the recording and know that I'm an idiot.
That she didn't just find that out now though. She knew that before she said yes.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah,
We're good.
Yeah, you're covered.
I can't believe we caught my chair on fire live.
That's pretty epic. Who
Like
knows what
that's
happens
literally.
on this show?
I've had these chairs with me the last 3 months. I've never burned one.
I mean, normally that's something you would have to do intentionally, Justin. Normally, that would be a
I mean, you saw the whole lead up. I mean, I could not have staged that.
no. I mean, you
And
did.
my flag's gone.
You did foreshadow it. Your flag is gone. It can't have gone too far.
Yeah, I got it. We're good.
Yeah.
America.
Don't burn that. That's gonna send a bad signal.
No. You got to put it back up. Can't have this thing on the ground.
It is windy out there. I heard.
It's windy.
I guess so.
All right. Are we back to a podcast?
Yeah, let's do a podcast. Let's do some business because like last year I got to catch up with you a couple times at different conventions and so forth. I probably haven't like had a long conversation with you besides just liking Facebook posts and making smart ass comments. I haven't caught up with you in a year. It was about a year ago that we did our last podcast. So how is everything? How's business? Is it doing what you want to do? What's working good? What sucks? What are you looking forward to? Give me some of that type of stuff after you're done freezing up because you went back into your camper.
All right. So I'm trying to get some charge going, but not lose Wi-Fi and not be in the wind. So I'm playing like 3 angles here.
Yeah, you're multitasking. And they say guys can't do that very well.
I mean, business owners can. You can
Yeah.
task switch constantly. So
You could. I'm just throwing this out there. You could go in your truck, start your truck, plug into your truck, charge it there.
But I think the same thing would happen. It's the Wi-Fi problem. I ordered a Starlink for the trailer, so we won't have this problem next time. Like,
I did that this winter too for my ice fishing house. Got a Starlink for that. It's really for like 2 months out of the year. But it was definitely nice to have for like streaming stuff on the TV. We had our like business owner event out there, which you got to come to next year. Come do some ice fishing.
yeah.
So like when you've
don't have to ask me twice.
when you've got a pilot, I actually do have something I need to ask you. So don't let me forget that. For a significant commitment, you'll say yes. We'll see what Nikki says.
Yeah. So yes.
So yes. You'd freaking love it. But I got a Starlink for that just because, like, especially I do so much work from the ice, and it's like trying to hotspot and dick around with. Well, if you're fishing over here, but not over there, type of, you have enough cell phone bars to hotspot. And it just became a pain in the butt. So I was like, we're just doing Starlink, and it's like I don't know, $160 a month or $180 a month, like roaming for those 2 months. Totally worth it to be able to. Even just to get like a few hours of work done while we're up there and then be able to stream whatever to a Roku TV, keep the kids out of trouble, and keep yourself catching fish.
Yeah. And that's my thought, because we like to go places that there's nothing, right? Like we prefer to go dry camping. So, and they do a roaming plan. So I think it's like $50 $50 a month or something for 50 gigabytes or kilobyte, whatever the
Yeah. There's like a low one. Yeah.
So I don't know how far that goes, but then it kicks up to 120, and so what? Yeah.
Yeah, I just bit the bullet and went for the 120 or whatever it was. I probably didn't place enough thought into Starlink until my buddy Ben and I went elk hunting in September, and we were down in Arizona in the middle of freaking nowhere, but there were roads kind of going back to everywhere. I mean, like we drove 2 hours on public land. I mean, we were like back in there, and we found a spot to camp with a super open canopy, and we had the generator running, and we had a freezer plugged in for like if we shot an elk, we wanted to be able to like, get it home good and keep the meat good. We had frozen pizzas in that freezer, and so then we had the Presto Pizzazz on the tailgate of the truck, and he has like the F-350 with the generator in it. So we were running the Pizzazz off the truck. We were running the generator, was running the Starlink in the freezer. We're just out. I mean, like the most non-roughing it you could be out roughing it, like sleeping in our camping hammocks, which is gonna interlude into the thing I gotta bring up to your attention. But man, it was like we're just living the best life. You're just out in the middle of nowhere, no light pollution, no noise pollution besides the generator running behind you. But we were laughing. It was like we'd elk hunt all day. And then we'd be like, all right, what kind of pizza do you want tonight? And we had coolers full of beer that we could like keep ice cold and keep rotating ice through the freezer. So we had all the beer we could drink. And then it's like pizza, beer. Should we watch some football? Football's on. Should we watch a movie? Like, we got his laptop out. We're just like watching shows out in the middle of nowhere. It's like, man, I feel like we're cheating here. I feel like we're cheating a little bit, but it was a hell of a time.
Well, you can backpack in with those things now and just get like a solar panel or whatever and run it. And then you're streaming movies out freaking 8 miles off the road. Like, it's too bougie. I don't know.
It's a little too bougie, which gets me to the thing that I think you'd really like. And like I said, I think you're already in.
So the answer is yes.
We'll see if Nikki's game, and I think I brought it up to your attention last year about the same time we did a podcast, and we have room again this year, which is we do a Boundary Waters trip every year.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
So it's like right between Minnesota and Canada. It's in Minnesota, so just Minnesota fishing license. We go, I think where we're going this year is like 7 to 8 hours in. So it's an hour of paddling, a little bit of portaging, hour of paddling, a little bit of portaging, canoes, back into the middle of nowhere, no cell reception, like basically out. We have, your phone's got the SOS thing, and then I have a Garmin.
I got a battery, whatever.
Yeah. Tor, who comes with, is the CEO of a company that makes like little mini solar panels. And so he's got all the charging stuff. So he's like, he downloads a bunch of movies and stuff. We have we don't do it like most people do it. Most people go really light and hop around. We go hard. We get way in there, and then we just set up base camp. We call it Tarp City. Like we have huge tarps to block out the hailstorms and wind and whatever else that we get. And then we have a blow up couch at camp. So that if the weather is inclement, we can sit under the tarp on the couch and watch movies.
Well, what if it catches on fire, dude?
It didn't last year, but it did. We did pop a hole in it when we carried it down to the water and floated it. We definitely popped a hole in it on the rocks, and so we patched it up. I gotta get it back out here and inflate it pretty soon and just make sure it's still good, or we'll just buy a new one because they're like $100. But yeah, so basically it'd be flying here on a Friday, flying to Minneapolis like a Friday afternoon, evening. We drive up on Saturday. It was like a 5-hour drive. And then we stay up there Saturday night and ass crack of dawn, canoes, load up the gear. Like Saturday is very much like packing and getting the truck loaded up and getting up there and kind of getting all organized. And it's very much a fishing trip. So like some people bring like a fishing pole. I bring like fucking 8. Like I got rods for this thing, rods for that thing. We got batteries, we got depth finders. We're like, we go for it. We're gonna go catch some shit. And then while we're up there, we always bring and this is partially like why we base camp it, is because one pack is just like oil baked beans, right? Like food that goes along with a bunch of fish
cooking
fries.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're gonna go hard at fish fries. We gotta have enough oil for them fish fries. One bag is like 10 175s of booze because you got it. You're out in the islands. You gotta have enough rum to last a week out in the middle of the islands.
I got a buddy
Tori,
that can make us moonshine.
that would be all right too. That might be dangerous because if you get hurt up there, it's not a good thing either. You're in the
Well,
middle of the
no.
world.
We dumb it down to like whatever the proof is that's drinkable. I mean, we
Yeah.
could bring Everclear and really have fun, but
Yeah.
we're old, right? So we can't do
Yeah.
that.
I usually go like Bacardi. It's the only time of year I ever drink rum. Usually like Bacardi because you can go and you filter water from the lake. Like you have big jugs, you're always filtering water.
Yeah.
And then Bacardi with like some water flavoring or some Mio or electrolyte packets or whatever. You can make any flavor of cocktail you want, and it goes pretty damn good with rum. It goes okay with vodka. I actually prefer tequila the most if I'm just like making a cocktail, but with those mixes, I don't really like it as much as the rum for whatever reason. Maybe it's a nostalgia thing.
Ask Nikki about my tequila phase. She loved it. Loved it. I mean, I loved it. She hated it.
Yeah. Wait, I forget who loved it.
Yeah.
Dude, tequila's an upper though. It's an upper. It's a good time.
It's fun. I mean, I'm having a great time. Everybody around me is having a terrible time. Apparently, I don't know if that's true.
As far as they say, that's just what they say. Yeah.
I mean, that's feedback from my wife. I don't know. I mean,
well, in the Boundary Waters, we'll give you a day full of tequila, and we'll see, and we'll just all give you our honest opinion of your behaviors on different. Like today, you're having rum. Tomorrow, you're having tequila. The next day, you have vodka. And we'll be like, rate Justin on a scale from 1 to 10. You know.
Yeah. No whiskey though. So I was at Clippa training down in Irvine, and the general manager of the Hilton I was at was like, "You're not a man if you don't drink whiskey." And I was like, "Well, whatever. I'm gonna drink some whiskey then."
I guess I'm a man. Give me a whiskey.
Yeah. So I went to the room, drank a beer, then had an old fashioned, and then I drank maybe like 2 or 3 after that.
Yeah.
And the next day, I think Matt and Chelsea were talking up on stage, and I had to leave because I thought I was going to throw up on them.
Yeah.
It was bad. Like, so I don't mix stuff. I learned that. Like, somebody told me that, but I didn't listen, and now I figured it out.
Usually it's liquor before beer, you're okay. But if you go beer before liquor, that'll get you.
It was the room beer that got me.
It could have been. I mean, like, I mix stuff all the time, but I also drink slower when I'm doing it because of that. Like it messes with you a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a saying, and I don't always believe in every saying, because there's also this thing where we get fooled into thinking that if it rhymes, it's true. And usually when people rhyme a saying, I'm like, yeah, and if it rhymes, it works all the times, which they don't always realize. I'm like making fun of them. But that's my reaction to somebody that says something stupid that rhymes and is like, well, because it rhymes, I guess it's true. But anyway, the saying we went by in college was liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, you get drunk quicker, or you get sick quicker. And I have seen it play out that way. That's what I did tonight. I had a whiskey and now I'm having beer. I guess I'll let you know how I feel in the morning.
Yeah, I need feedback because I mean I'm fine. Like, okay, if Nikki's watching, she'll watch the recording or whatever. Like hard stuff. I try not to do anymore. But sometimes it's available, right? Mm-hmm. So, well,
if
why?
You come to the Boundary Waters,
because I know myself.
I said wise. I didn't say why. I'm totally aligned with wise.
Okay, wise. Yeah. Well, I just know if it's in front of me, why not drink it? Because like you're supposed to drink the thing that's in front of you. Definitely. And I will eat food sometimes. I mean, I've got food that I got to cook on this fire, but it's windy out there.
Yeah.
See, I got my buffalo, like boneless.
Yeah, you're prepped. You're ready to go.
Yeah, you already. If there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm set, dude.
Yeah, you battered them, you fried them, you seasoned them. You just got to reheat them. You crushed it up to this
point. No, I mean I poured it out. What is that bag? The bread bag. You got
them in a bag of Wonder Bread.
No, the red bag that has the boneless wings in it. It's like a Anytizers, I think. It's like Tyson.
Sure. Sure. I was just trying to make it sound like you did a bunch of work up until now, but if you want to act like you've done nothing, then you just take it. You can do that.
Dude, honesty is the best policy, bro.
You're right. You're right. I appreciate your integrity, Justin. But yeah, first week of June. It's not always first week of June is not always the best time for anybody in the industry to like take a week off and be totally out of contact. But if you want to like test the systems and processes in your business, nobody will be able to get a hold of you except via like a Garmin. And we do have some Garmins in the camp. So if somebody like desperately needs you, which a couple of years ago that happened to me, somebody desperately needed to get a hold of me, and so we were able to do that. But it's a bomb ass trip. You're just out in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness, like really in the wilderness. No Starlink even. Just downloaded movies on Tor's phone.
I wonder if Nick's awake yet. So I have a new business coach. It's Nick DeMark. I mean, I'm sure everybody on this knows.
DeMark is
yeah, he's amazing. He's awesome. Like, so I had Michael Gregory as my first coach, and
You're spoiled.
dude, I know. Like Michael with numbers, awesome. And then I had Sam. He's awesome with leadership, motivation, all that stuff. Like, amazing experience with him. But he's too far.
Sam Gamble, I'm thinking.
Gamble, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So he's amazing, but he's a level above where I needed. So now I've got Nick DeMark, and he's extreme on the numbers. So his I'm sure you've seen a spreadsheet, but it's really, really good. So now I actually know my numbers, and he's holding me accountable. He didn't let me buy an F-350, dude. I was trying to get an F-350 to tow this thing, and he's like, dude, no, just wait. Like, your cash is low right now. You need to get cash, like cash money. Yeah. You're gonna have cash, but you gotta wait. And so he told me I could buy an F-350, like oh shoot, I forgot to do that. So I was supposed to buy an F-350 like model thing to put it on here. So I'm sorry, Nick, when you wake up and see this. He's in Puerto Rico right now.
Of course he is.
Yeah, he wakes up at like 2 a.m. So what time is it in Puerto Rico right now?
I don't know. They're a little they're already at like midnight, aren't they? Aren't they a little east of East Coast even?
Yeah. I think it's like 5 hours from here.
Atlantic time? Are they Atlantic time?
It's the next one. Or wait, what's the East Coast? I don't know.
Eastern is 3 hours different from you, and then I think Atlantic is next. Is Puerto Rico even one farther than that?
I don't know. I thought he was 5. Maybe it's 4. I don't know. But he wakes up at like 2 a.m. He's a maniac. He's like, he gets all his business stuff done for his business, and then he coaches the rest of the day, and he's done by noon and hangs out with his wife and drinks pineapple. Like, he doesn't really drink that much, but he can go and just hang out.
Yeah. Well, he's just drinking straight pineapple.
That's it. What's the thing? It's pina colada. Yeah.
I had not enough of those in Costa Rica. They dilute everything. They don't put alcohol in anything. Like, I don't think I felt a buzz one time when I was down there, but I don't think they're prepared for dudes like me. I don't think they know how to
push the limits.
Yeah, just like I think they think like a couple shots in a 40-ounce mug is a lot, and I'm just like, man, I drank all day and I don't feel a lick, which is all right. Yeah. Which is totally all right. I just drank a lot of fruit juices is what happened. Lots of sugar. Surprised I wasn't diabetic when I got back. Well,
it's natural. It's fructose, not sucrose. So you're good.
That's a good point.
You got the pulp in there, dude. It's like what is it called? Carbs. Yeah, carbs.
Yeah. I felt great. Carbs. I felt great. I was pooping like as regular as a human should ever poop.
Yeah. I mean, they were solid. Should we talk about poop now?
Right. It's got to be a good sign.
Yeah, but they were solid. They weren't like not good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into like specific details. That's freaking gross.
I mean, I know. I mean, for me, it's not, but for our audience or something or whatever.
Yeah, they might not want that poop content.
Yeah. But wait, you asked. Wait, hang on. Let's go back. You asked me how business or something is going. Let's do that before it goes too far.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a couple hours.
Dude, it's 49 minutes in, dude.
Okay. Lose track of time.
Well, apparently me, because I'm looking on my little app. Like, I am like so I've got like my screen, it only shows like a quarter of the screen of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, whoa, wait. Whoa.
If I sit over here, yeah, you can do
Oh,
that.
this is better. Look at this.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Now you guys can see all of me.
Yeah.
I just don't want to hide it. I need to hide things.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we can see everything that's going on behind you. Like if there's a chair on fire or something.
Yeah, you can be on a lookout.
Uh-huh.
How do I go full screen on this video though?
Here. Check this out. Boom.
Well, no. I mean, like,
That
how do I
change
go?
anything on- There is a full screen mode, but then you can't see the comments.
Well, I can't see the comments regardless.
Well, I'll tell you what they say.
Does anybody call me an idiot yet?
Just your wife.
Is she here now?
No.
No.
But it seemed like the right thing to say.
Is there a guy in there named David Jensen?
I can't see.
Okay.
The
Well,
last
he's the
comment
other.
was
He's
dark
the other one that needs to come on
darkness.
this trip. So he's
Yeah.
he's our expert fisherman. He's my ops manager.
Yeah.
Like 21-year-old, but obsessed with fishing, right? And I was a commercial fisherman for like most of my life.
Dude, that's why I'm like, you got to come on this damn trip.
Yeah, I'm going. So I was trying to figure out like what I'm gonna do, and I think I'm just gonna leave for a month.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah, because my cousin's wedding is in Milwaukee, in like it's like late June. So, and then I have to see Sam's fireworks show on his lake. It's like 3rd or 4th of July, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I gotta get home eventually. Maybe I could fly back a couple times or something. I don't know.
You probably come the first weekend of June. We go up to northern Minnesota, do boundary water stuff, drive back. You could jump down to Milwaukee and see Nick, or you fly back home and then grab time with Nick because he's down by Milwaukee. Like he lives between Madison.
He's in Milwaukee. Yeah.
Yeah. So you catch him when you're in Milwaukee anyway for a wedding if he's back home. And then you
He'll
can
be
jump
there
up to see Sam. Like when you're there for that, because that'll be right before July 4th.
Well, I gotta tow this thing. Is my point.
Oh, you're gonna drag that whole damn thing out here?
Yeah, dude. Why not?
That's a good point. Why wouldn't you? You got a damn camper.
Yeah, and and I fly Delta, bro. So I've got an Amex now that is Delta miles and stuff. So I can just fly places. It's like 100,000 or something. I don't know. I've got a bunch of miles
Get some points.
because you spend money or something, and then so I can fly back, take care of like business, the stupid stuff that like makes money, and then I can fly back. Yeah, do stuff. Let's do it.
You probably do. You fly out for boundary waters because you don't need that much stuff. Like I got all the fishing stuff. You just need.
No, I'm dragging the trailer.
But the trailer's no use here while we're up in the boundary waters because you're.
Yeah, but that's my exit strategy. I go over there with the trailer, like for whatever. I'll leave like end of May or something. So that forces me. So that forces me to hire a sales. Okay. I don't like sales.
Okay, but now is the perfect time for like what's going on in your business because that'll dictate how you plan this thing. Let's have this conversation. Nick DeMark is your coach. He's pushing you on certain things. Didn't let you buy an F350, but you're going to put a F350 sticker on your existing truck. That was the last thing you said, right? Before we got distracted and did entrepreneurial ADHD stuff. So you're going to throw an F350 on your truck, sticker on your truck.
No, I'll have an F250 by then. I changed my mind. I don't need a 350. All I need is a 350 would be cool. A diesel would be cool. So just a diesel engine to be able to go fast up hills. Because right now I go slow up hills. This thing weighs, its gross vehicle weight is 7,700 pounds, which I don't know what that means. If that means like water in it or what. Somebody will know. Whatever. Comment it if you know what gross vehicle weight means. But so it's a lot of weight for this 2010 F-150. It's the shittiest one in my fleet.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
a lot of
driving
weight
it
for that thing to pull.
Yeah, 2010 F-150 with 162,000 miles on it.
It probably
So-
doesn't have like the anti-sway and the tow package and all the things that you'd want towing a big ass trailer.
So I broke the anti-sway like 3 weeks ago, and I've
Yeah.
just been too lazy to bolt it back on.
Okay.
So I was driving up here right before the podcast, and it's windy as fuck. Well, you know.
Yeah, you sent me a
Oh,
Facebook message like, "Oh man, this is windy as fuck out here."
yeah. Yeah. So, and obviously my chair just burned, so it's very windy.
You can tell by the way that chairs are blowing into the fire that it's kind of windy out.
Yeah. Yeah. If I was thinking, I would have put the chair downwind of the fire so it blew the other way. Whatever. I put my awning in at least. It didn't rip apart. But so 2010 F-150, and I'm towing, and I think the transmission might be going out because like first gear it grinds a little bit. I can feel it like kind of slip. So I mean it's sketchy. I mean so Nick, if you're watching, I might kill my family if I tow them with this F-150. So I mean this is more of like a life preservation move rather than like a financial thing. Crap. I just took a picture.
Is a nerdy? Well, did you take a selfie or did you take a picture of us?
I have no idea. I'll find out later. I'll share it in the comments or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to see that picture. As a nerdy finance dude, I'm generally frugal and would generally say like, yeah, wait on a truck until like you need a truck. And I'm sure Nick's perspective is the same because I'm sure he coaches the same type of business owners I do, which is they buy a truck because it's an ego thing and a toy thing, not because the truck has a certain level of utility and safety and functionality. They're just like, I'm a man and I need a bigger truck.
No.
And so
I've had them all. I don't need a big truck.
And so like I think as a coach, your brain is geared towards like stop dudes from doing that because it's detrimental. This last fall, I had a 2011 F-150 with like 199,000 miles, like just tipping over 200,000 miles. And it's a 2011 with 200,000 miles on it, right? There's like things starting to go out on it, but I love that rusty truck. Like that was my truck. And I kind of want an old shitty truck because I'm an old shitty truck sort of dude. Like I don't want to have to worry about a new thing. New things I worry about. Old shitty things I just don't worry about. Like it's fine. It's old. Who gives a shit if it's all scratched up and if that breaks and if this goes wrong? I'm just not concerned about it. But I also have 3 little kids and we go ice fishing, and you don't want to have truck issues when you're fixing to have a bunch of other issues anyway. Like ice fishing, a lot of shit goes wrong. This winter, our furnace went out like multiple times and we're bailing off the ice in like shitty conditions. When your furnace goes out, you're out, you're done. Like checkmate, bail out. And so I have been debating, and we had some like fish houses just require a lot of maintenance. You got metal and rust up here, right? And so like they're designed just like a camper, like they're designed to require maintenance on a regular basis.
They're steel.
Yeah, they're galvanized, but only certain parts of them and different things. They do make them now out of aluminum, and they've gotten
That's the move. Do aluminum.
Yeah, they've gotten really good at welding the aluminum, and so it's the move. But it's also $50,000 for a thing you use 5 times a year. So
then go 6 times a year and call it a write-off.
I did. That's all going to happen in the future, but it still needs money to pay for the thing. And so I looked at a used one that was like $44,000. And I was like having a serious debate with like some ice fishing buddies and my wife about, do I get a truck first or a fish house first? In time, I will replace both, right? But which one takes a priority? And leave it to my mom to say, Dan, you have 3 little kids and you drive your truck 20,000 miles a year. Get a fucking new truck, you dumbass. She didn't put it like that, but she put it in a mom sort of way. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like the truck is the priority. So I got a new F-150 this year. My fish house weighs 5,000 pounds, not 7. And like with all the features on a brand new truck, it tows really well. Like
you don't have mountains there. Like we have mountains. Like the Cascade
mountains are a bitch. Yeah. We don't have any. We got some hills, but not much in the way of mountains.
Yeah, So like, okay, how do I put this? All right, so we bought the trailer. I wanted a Coleman. It was like 10 grand, right?
Mhm.
My wife wanted this thing. It's 30 feet long.
What she got. You can tell by the way you said this thing and then scanned it. So Nikki won.
Well, yeah, happy wife, whatever.
Yeah.
So we got this thing, and I knew her car was underpowered for it, and I knew her suspension, or no, it's not underpowered. The suspension is not designed
Oh,
for
the tongue
8,000
weight.
pounds.
Yeah, the tongue weight.
Yeah,
Even if an F-150 is like a pain in the ass, like it just
it
sags.
squats. It squats. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was towing it with the F250 for a while, but now we got to wash stuff. I was like busy
Yeah, you gotta
again.
do some work. Yeah.
Yeah. So that went back into production mode. And so now I'm demoted to the shittiest truck in the fleet, the F-150. And it
Yeah.
squats. It squats pretty hard, but we got the
You got
weight.
airbags on it?
No. I could, but I just haven't. Why?
Yeah, because it's a 2010 F-150. Just let those shocks do some work.
Yeah, they're fine until they break. But
Yeah.
so I got the 250 and it towed awesome. Like, I mean, 3/4 ton. Like, it squatted just slightly, but this thing, I don't even know what model it is, or submodel, but it sits higher than like a standard 250.
Yeah.
So I mean, the squat just brought it back down to like
Back to
normal.
normal. Yeah.
And honestly, I had the hitch set too high the whole time, so the trailer is tipped like
Yeah.
this
Back
going
a
down
little
the.
bit.
Yeah. And I thought about lowering the hitch, but then I was like, meh, it works. And
Oh.
I actually broke the things on the back, that those little guards. They got these little triangles on the back that are
Yeah.
made for when you bump stuff, and
Yeah.
those are smashed. Those are smashed level now, and I
You
just
bump
haven't
some
fixed
stuff.
them.
Yeah. You bump
Yeah,
some.
yeah. I mean, I break things. I don't know.
Yeah. Just a dude doing dude stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you break something, you fix it if you want to, but if you don't care, then you don't fix it, and it
Yeah. It
still works.
depends. It depends on the inconvenience of the thing that needs fixing.
Yeah, and I mean, so once I smashed them totally, I went slower when I bumped it, so it didn't really matter that much, and it would just like, I mean, it would still hit, but it would just more slide.
Yeah. A little grind. A little bump and grind.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's calculated. I don't really but I don't know where the story was going, but the F-150 is not cutting it. So Nick, I need an F-350 or no 250 diesel.
An F-250 with an F-350 sticker on it.
Well, I don't want the F-350 because when it's dry, that thing. I'm old, man. My back hurts. So when I go over bumps, it just bounces like crazy. So I
Yeah.
want something. I'd rather have the F-150 and airbags. So maybe that's what I need. Like, do they make a diesel F-150 with
I don't know.
that I put airbags on?
I don't know. My buddy bought an F-350 Tremor. We took it out to Arizona. That was what we rode out in Arizona. And man, it's not a diesel, but we were pulling a trailer with 2 4-wheelers and all kinds of shit on it, and that thing just doesn't get phased, right? It's just a badass truck. But that
Tremor?
ride in that thing sucks. Like, it's not the seats aren't comfortable, the suspension isn't comfortable. It's badass at what it does, and the rest of the time, like, you're sitting there like, I feel like I should be doing some yoga right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm too old for this shit. And like bumpy roads and stuff. And one of the guys we were with had an F-150, and it was like I rode in his truck a little bit, and I was like, oh man, I just assumed, like, I didn't have a comparison. I just assumed the roads were as bad as they look, and we're riding an F-350,
Yeah.
and I was like, it's just this bumpy. And I rode in his F-150, and it's just like boop, 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 boop. It just kind of goes
floating over
over.
everything.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, this is what this road feels like. Like, it doesn't feel like that. That just feels like I'm sledding on a pile of rocks down a hill. This just feels like I'm on a bit of a cloud, and I'm just rolling over stuff. It was like night and day, hilarious. And so I don't like. I also this is a funny thing that Ford does, and I think it's the most ludicrous upcharge is they have their like massage seats. They're
That's actually cool. I would pay more for that.
Don't. It's cool. They're uncomfortable as fuck. You're sitting
Well,
on.
because you got the shiatsu ones with that like just jam into you.
I mean, like the massage seat in and of itself is just metal, right? It's just a bunch of metal under there to like push up. And so instead of cushion to support you, it's just a bunch of fucking metal to push in and out. And so there's not nearly as much cushion. So when you're sitting on this thing, it's like sitting on an airplane with a fucking plywood board under you. And 26 hours of driving, like, yeah, it's fine if you're going 30 minutes down the road and it does a little massage thing, neato, but I'd way rather have a cloth bucket seat that actually like has some cush. Man, I also have a pretty big butt, so maybe that's just me, but damn, those seats are not comfortable.
So I get cloth seats for everything. Like I don't want to pay for leather. Like I get it, you can clean it, like it's cool. But in the summer, leather sucks. Like you stick to it, you're sweaty, it sucks. So
yeah, even if they're air conditioned, like right now, you can get the air conditioned seats, but when you first get in, they're wildly uncomfortable for a period of time.
Yeah. So screw leather. So you get the cloth seats, and then you get like a really good seat cover thing, whatever, and then you throw it over there.
Camouflage.
And then
it's got to be camouflage for sure.
I mean, that's next level. But I mean, if you want to hide inside, like, are you hunting inside your truck?
Dude, I'm always hunting, man.
Yeah, but are you hunting inside your truck? Like, are you trying to be not seen in your truck?
Depends if I'm wearing camouflage or not, right? If I'm wearing a blue shirt on a camouflage backrest, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, I love it outside.
I'm sending a message. I'm sending a message that says,
"Oh, letting everybody know." Yeah.
At any moment. Actually, I think the message it sends is, "Don't fuck with me because I kill shit for fun." I think that's the message it sends.
I love that message, and so my plan is to put a minigun on a side-by-side. Oh shit, there's some wind.
What happened?
The door just flew shut.
That's what that was?
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Good thing the chair wasn't right there.
Did your door go in the fire?
Yeah. It just swung. I had it swung all the way open, and the wind gust just caught it. So I'm like right at the edge of the door. Like if I go like that, then you get plant.
Oh so yeah, I can hear the wind out there. When you put that phone out there, she gets breezy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just so you know, I'm joining you now with my see-through Busch Light can.
What? That's see-through?
I mean, pretty much.
Oh, the reflection. Gotcha. Oh yeah, your background. Yep.
No, I mean it's just a cool Busch Light can. You gotta be super cool to get ones like these.
Yeah, that you can see your fake background through.
Yeah, the holographic.
Is that a green screen behind you or a blue screen?
It's super real. It's just I live in a bar with this mug of beer that never. Where is it? Here it is. The froth never goes away, man.
Yeah, this is my green screen right here. See how fake this is?
Yeah, it looks like a camper.
Wait, do you want to see my bar? Hang on.
Yeah, I do. I do want to see it.
We already showed my bar, right?
Not yet. Oh yeah, your fridge outside is at the bar.
Well, yeah, but were we live when I showed that?
Yeah, we were doing that. I think we did that live. Right. I know we did that live because it was right before you went over to the lodge thing, and then when you came back, your chair was on fire.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I wish I could flip the camera around, but look at that.
It's toast.
Dude, that is. I mean, if Andy whoever poured this, if you're watching live, I'm not sorry. I'm kind of sorry, but I'll clean it for you.
Yeah.
We could probably David will know better. He's my ops manager. He'll know better what we can clean this with. But I feel like there's something we can get plastic off of concrete with, and then we could seal this and make it better.
The one-up.
Yeah.
So here's a business question for you. Do you think your business is at the point where you and Dave could both be gone at the same time? Like you said, he'd be awesome to bring on the Boundary Waters trip. Yeah. Do you think you and he could both be gone first week of June, right? First week of June is freaking go time. It's bonkers time. Can the business do business stuff if you guys were both gone, out of contact, gone?
Well, how many days?
A week, like 8 days, because it's like fly out here Friday. You're still in touch Friday and most of Saturday, but we start paddling Sunday morning and we don't come out till the next Saturday. And you're up there. You're in it.
You can get salad anywhere. But yeah, I mean, if we did have to like shut off completely, I'm going to ask David that. Like, can we do it? Like, this is me calling out my ops manager. Like,
Yeah, it's a good
can you
test.
do it?
Do
Like,
we have the systems and processes at full speed to lose the operator?
yeah. So that is a question we're debating right now, because he is having his first. She's due. Or shit,
Congrats,
no.
David. Congrats, David.
Yeah. So actually, the answer is yes, because he's leaving in like less than a month. So
But
he
what-
has to have a backup ops.
But he's having a baby. I mean, he's not.
Not
but
him.
He's going to be responsible for a baby.
Well, yeah. I mean, how responsible can you be at 21? He's young, super
Yeah.
young, super sharp. But how much have you put into your predecessor right now to make sure that it's full coverage and it's not falling on my shoulders, right? That's the
Mhm.
question.
I think the real question is his wife gonna? I assume they're married. I just said wife because I assume they're
Gonna
married.
say yes?
Well, I mean, like when you're young and it's your first kid, and the spouse is gone for a week out of total contact with a baby.
Yeah.
That's the bigger question.
She'll say yes.
If I were
Come on,
him,
Claire.
that's the thing I'd be concerned about.
Come on, Claire. It'll be fun. It'll be like a life experience thing.
And for Claire and any other Claires out there, this is the thing I especially found with all three of our kids is I was pretty much effing useless.
Yeah.
I was there to like run and get stuff. So I think it depends.
Well, it's the feedings in the middle of the night. That's the thing. Like, so they wake up.
I didn't have
Somebody's
boobs.
got to feed them. Well, yeah, but you got the formula and stuff, or pump or whatever, you know?
Yeah, my wife just always got up and just threw him on a boob for like the comfort factor of it. I was checked out. I was out. Like tag me in 3 months. Then I got tagged in for some nighttime duty.
Lucky you.
But
lucky you, Harper.
Especially on maternity leave, right? Like my wife had the last time had like 4 or 5 months of maternity, maybe 6 months of maternity leave.
How do I pause this to go to the bathroom?
You just go, man.
Like with the phone?
You go on mute.
And then I turn it this way?
Yeah. You turn it down. Trevor Steele, when he and I did an episode, we went like a long ass time. I don't think we broke Years and I's record, but he peed in a 5-gallon bucket under his desk the whole time we were recording. It was incredible. Now I'm just monologuing. But for I forget the gal's name, whoever David's wife's name is. I found when we had our kiddos, I was pretty useless. Marty breastfed him, and especially when she was on maternity leave, then she was like, well, I'm around all day and I can nap whenever they're napping, and so no sense in waking you up if I'm off of work, and I can just roll with my day. So for the first 2 kids, I think it was a full 3 months that she was on leave. Man, I think Crosby, our third, I think it was 3 months of full, I'll probably get that wrong, 12 weeks of full paid time off, and then like another 6 or another 12 weeks of like half paid time off. I feel like it was like a damn half a year she was gone. I might be wrong, but if it was a lot. And so whenever she was off, she would just take nighttime duty because I was running the business and doing the thing. Not saying that you got to do what we did, but that was how we handled it. I could see if like they go back to work quick, then you're for sure double dipping and trading off that duty. But Ron Burgundy's back in the house. Back on mute though. You got a good pee
Oh
out?
yeah. Well, I turned it off because you were ranting.
I figured I would just keep ranting because you turned it off. I just
Should I turn it back on? I gotta put my buffalo wings on the fire.
Ooh, what do you got? You got a mechanism for that? You got a receptacle?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Check it out. This is it right here.
Oh hell yeah.
It's just a grill plate off of my like charcoal grill. And so I just cook right on the Solo. And I know they make like a bougie version where you can like lower it and raise it and stuff. Screw that.
There'll be enough heat off of there.
Yeah, I could put another piece of wood on there.
You could. Just don't let a chair blow over into it.
Well, I'm here now, so when it blows over into it, I can blow it out. There's pour fire on it. No, water.
Yeah, it's not electrical. You can use some water. You can go with water if you need it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Here, I'll put a wet piece of wood on it. Get the smoky thing going.
So here's the deal. Here's what you need for Boundary Waters, because it's like T-minus 2 months right now.
Okay.
Talk to David. We have room. I booked an 8-man trip because everybody said they wanted to go. And then the people that said they wanted to go were like, oh, I can't go this year. So we have an 8-man trip booked, and we literally have 3 dudes. It's like the 3 dudes that always go.
Yeah.
So
I'll fill it up. I've got plenty of friends that'll go.
If you got guys that want to go, we can do an 8-man. Like I think there's one guy that is on the fence, but I'm also very much like, it's already the reservation is paid for. Like how you get here and your gear, and we'll do like a Google Meet with everybody to talk through gear and who should, like, what you need and what we recommend and all that stuff. Like, we do that.
I go hiking 8 miles with my dad deer hunting. I can figure it out.
You'll have some gear. One of the things we originally would like tent it, and now everybody kind of does the hammocks with the rain, like the bug nets and the rain flies, and everybody like hammocks it. They're so freaking comfortable. Like once you get the right hammock that's built for sleeping, they're so compact, and so everybody just kind of hauls in their own hammock with like one of those little thin air mattresses, and so you put that in the bottom of your hammock, bug net, rain fly over the top, and it's super compact, and so everybody like packs that in.
It'll be warm. You don't have to worry about like cold.
No, it'll be 40 degrees at night. It'll get down to 40.
Oh, you're in a bag, but you're off the ground, so you don't have the bugs and stuff that crawl, like mice and shit.
Yeah, you're off the ground, and so like there's mosquitoes and shit like crazy, but you just throw a bug net up, right? There's a bug net that fits around it.
Okay.
Like all encompassing around the hammock, and so you're covered there, and then there's rain fly that you tie to the 2 trees your hammock to, and then that just gets staked to the ground and like triangles over the top of you. And that's like the way to do it. We can, depending on dudes and their setups and stuff, we can always bring tents, but the dudes in the tents always get wet, always have wet gear, and tents are heavy. So somebody's always carrying a heavy ass tent, even if it's a light tent. Like I have an 8-man, but everybody knows an 8-man keeps 4 dudes. An 8-man is a 4-man. That's just kind of the way it goes. You could nuts to butts 8 if you really needed to, but you have no room for gear. Nobody's gonna be comfortable. They're just gonna be smelling farts from the next guy.
If you like that, I mean, some people are into that.
If you're into that sort of thing, or at least if you need the warmth, you could roll that way. But yeah, we're going on a hard, I'll say like the 7 to 8 hour trip in. Yeah, that's a big one. Last year I think we were like 4 to 5. That was a pretty easy one. The year before we started with almost a mile-long portage. So like in our portages, because we go heavy in base camp, our portages are down, back, and down. Like you haul your gear down, you have to go back and get another load. You always have 2 trips. It's always a down, back, and down just to get all the gear across. And somebody's got to carry the canoe and all that stuff. But it's all.
Who's going to carry the boats?
That's what somebody carries the canoe. like they have shoulder rests on them. So you carry, one guy's carrying the canoe, usually with a pack on his back for sure, sometimes with a pack on his front. Then the next guy's got front pack, backpack, and shit in his hands, like paddles, fishing poles, whatever. And then both guys go back and get another set of bags and carry more shit, nets, drinks, whatever. Like usually you've got a net with like a fishing net with your water bottle. Tor always brings some peanut butter whiskey with them. That's kind of the only whiskey that flies. Nobody else brings whiskey with because it's not good. Whiskey's generally not a good drink in the boundary waters. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can haul that. You can bring the water jug.
I'm not carrying that. No, I'm just trying to figure out a way to keep my freaking door open.
Oh, there you go.
So I keep having to hold it. Huh?
That'll do it. A heavy ass water jug should do it.
Yeah, I got a tote in the back of my truck. I'm thinking put the water jug on the tote or just drag the freaking.
Oh, because the jug's not tall enough to hit the door.
Here, I'll just put these out. My ambiance is gone now. All the freaking bugs are going to come over here. This is bullshit.
Yeah, you're going to get eaten alive.
Oh, and somebody left a cigarette there. That's cool. Whatever.
It's probably you smoking cigarettes again.
Yeah, don't tell Nikki.
Yeah. She'll find out when she watches later. But yeah, so I mean, like, we go hard, so it's like you gotta have athletic dudes that don't mind grinding and hauling and carrying stuff. But then once you're there, it's super chill. And then on the way out, you just kind of go. Like you got all day and you just freaking paddle, carry, paddle, carry, paddle, carry. Just truck it.
Yeah. So I told you about the 8 mile thing. 8 Mile Inn. So that's mule deer hunting in Winthrop or near Winthrop.
Yeah.
And so we got a 50-pound pack and we go shoot a mule deer like 5 miles past camp. And so we gotta hike out 13 miles and chop it up, right? Mm-hmm. So we got, a 50-pound pack going down and then come back, grab another 50-pound pack, go down, and then go grab our tents and shit and go down again. So I think I'm okay.
I think you'll be all right. Yeah, it's maybe 20 miles in and 20 miles back. I haven't looked at it. Granted, it's kind of funny because it's like you paddle an hour to hour and a half at a time, like before you portage. And about the time you're like, man, I'm sick of paddling. Then you get 30 to an hour of portaging. And then you're like, man, I'm sick of carrying this heavy shit. And you're like, look, I can't wait to paddle again. And then you paddle for another hour or two. You're like, man, I'm sick of paddling. And then you get to carry shit again. It's the perfect timing, like alternate switch off. So
yeah, I'm in. Like I'm sold. I mean, I'll make it up to Nikki later, but like just book me as yes.
You're in. I'll send you the calendar invite. It's on the calendar, then it's official. Once it's on the calendar, then it's official.
Yeah, then I can't forget. That's the problem. We're gonna have this conversation, and then 3 seconds later, I'll forget we had the conversation.
When I invite you to the planning meeting, which is probably like in the next couple weeks, that we got to schedule that for. We usually do 2 of them. We do one like, hey, who's all going? Here's some things we should be thinking about. Gear wise, trip wise, here's the plan, here's the campsites we want to get to. So the boundary waters is cool. You reserve an access point, and that's all you get to reserve. There's so many.
You just go wherever you want out there.
No, there's set camps that you have to go to, but they're first come first serve. So you don't know what's going to be open. So you kind of have to have, like, a lot of guys will use Onyx, like hunting app.
I have that. Yeah.
And so mapping stuff on there. So a lot of guys use Onyx, Google Maps. You can like download the maps ahead of time to mark the portages and stuff like that. And the portages are all on Google Maps on different layers in there. And so it's like you put your phone on airplane mode, but you still got the GPS. So you can like see where you're going and map and stuff on Onyx, and you bring battery packs and whatever. So you kind of go over the game plan of like, here's where we're trying to get. Here's the plan. Here's how long we expect it to take. Fly in here. Show up here like Friday night, fly in, stay at my house Friday night. Saturday, we load up the truck, drive up, stay up. We already have it reserved with an outfitter where we rent the canoes and whatever else we need there. And then they drop the canoes off for us at the launch Sunday morning. If we tell them like 6 a.m. we want to take off, they'll have them there at 6 a.m. for us. And so then we just got to drive over to that put in and start loading up. So we'll like leave the truck there, but bail everything out of my truck, load up the canoes and go. And so there's like some coordination of who all wants to go, how many trucks do we need to bring, where's everybody staying, all that stuff. And like I said, we got room for a total of 8. If you come, you're fourth, maybe fifth. The other 2 guys have some lines out to see who wants to go. And then it's like I said, Sunday through the next Saturday, you're out in the middle of freaking nowhere. There are some random spots because this is a revenge trip. So in the Boundary Waters, there's, I forget how many. I'm going to just randomly say like 100 entry points. Give or take 50. I don't remember. I forget what the hell the number is that we're going into, even though I already have a reserve for 8 of us. But it's over 1 million acres of public land. And so,
Whoa.
I mean, it's fucking huge. It's massive.
Those Boundary Waters, it's a reservoir type thing.
It's a national park. And there's hundreds, if not thousands of lakes within it. And so that's why you're portaging. It's like small lake after small lake. Let me show you. You just got to see.
You're catching bass and shit out of like all these little lakes.
It's mostly you're targeting walleyes.
Okay.
You get some pike. You get some big pike. You get some really nice smallmouth bass. You get some. We don't go after like panfish, so you're generally not fishing for perch and crappies and bluegills. Not that they're not out there, you could get them, but it's mostly like we'll troll around with crankbaits or we'll jig and you're going for pike and bass and walleyes.
Okay.
Let me show you.
Yeah, and I mean, I could bring 1,000 rods and reels or whatever, but I don't really feel like dragging all that shit out there.
I was gonna say you don't need to because I have I have it all.
I mean, David will, if he comes, if he can get the go ahead from Claire. I'm sure. I mean, he might be watching right now. How do I send him a message and not lose you?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide up, and if I go away, I'll come back in.
All right, I'm gonna try to get it so I can share my screen so you can see what this looks like. Share screen. While you're doing that, I'm doing this. Boom, boom. We're gonna interactive map this thing. Yeah, this is a good idea. Justin's still frozen. Oh, it does have the entry points numbered here, though. While I'm silently scrolling around my map for all of you podcast listeners that are just going to love it. It must be less than 100 entry points. Oh, he left, but now he's back. There he is.
Yeah. So I screwed that up. I don't know what I'm doing.
I figured you might.
Well, I preemptively told you I might leave and then come back.
Yeah, you called it. I don't blame you. I think
this is like technology stuff. We're too old, or I'm too old.
I'm with you. All right. Can you see my screen here? You might want to turn your phone sideways to get the full.
There we go.
Yeah. So, like, here's the great state of Minnesota. Not as good as Wisconsin, but Minnesota basically comes down here, and like this whole area up here. Northeast Minnesota. This is everywhere you see like an emblem up here is the Boundary Waters. Okay. So if we zoom in on that,
the land of a billion lakes, right?
I mean, yeah, like you can see a lot of the bigger ones here, but as I zoom in, you're going to go, holy shit. And if you look at the Canadian side, like look at Canada up here.
What causes that? Why is there so many? It's just all flat.
The glaciers. They
cut them all out.
Yeah, I mean, like when the glaciers pulled back, just gouged out and melted down and created a bowl, and there you have water.
Dude,
So
that's cool.
it's all like glacial lakes, and you can see it like it's all northern Minnesota. Northern Wisconsin actually has more lakes. Like if you look at northern Wisconsin, same thing. It's just tons of lakes in northern Wisconsin.
Oh.
Like technically, I think Wisconsin has 17,000 lakes, and Minnesota has like 11,000.
So where's Green Bay? That's north, right?
No. Green Bay is a little south. It's right over here. So it's like east, pretty much straight east of the Twin Cities, but a little bit south.
Okay.
Right on the Bay of Green Bay. This is Lake Michigan over here. Like here's Lake
So
Michigan.
I must be American because I don't know geography. I just go places and then I figure it out when I get there. I don't know.
Let me draw this for you. I grew up right here, Wausau. It's the belly button of Wisconsin. So like Madison, Milwaukee, like are the bigger areas of Wisconsin.
Okay.
I grew up in Wausau, right in the middle, little north, otherwise right in the middle.
Middle of nothing.
It's the boundary of the Northwoods. Like in Wisconsin, south of here is farm fields, north of here is timber. I mean, it's like like you cross Wausau, it's like where'd the farms go? I'm just in pine trees now. So this is kind of known as the Northwoods. My brother went to school in Green Bay, which is like an hour and a half east of Wausau. I went to school in Eau Claire, which is an hour and a half west of Wausau. And it's like there's a highway that goes right across. That's just not.
Oh, okay. That's Green Bay. I was thinking you were saying it was interior for some reason. I was like, where's the bay?
Green Bay is this whole. This is like the Bay of Green Bay.
Yeah.
And then Lake Michigan over here, obviously the boundary between Michigan and Wisconsin.
Yep.
So now I live just north of St. Paul. But when you ask, like, where are you from? I'm fucking from Wisconsin. Like,
yeah,
cheeseheads, man.
Dude, I keep thinking, like, I don't know why I keep trying to get like Minnesota beers to drink on your podcast, but for some reason I can't get that. No, I can't get that Wisconsin thing on you. I don't know. You're Minnesota to me for some reason.
I'm fine either way, as long as you don't confuse me with a Vikings fan, because I'm like just a diehard Packer fan. Gotta be a Packer fan.
Dude, have you seen arena football yet?
I've seen some. I don't like follow a team.
Yeah.
Should I?
Yeah. You should follow the Washington Wolfpack. Hey, Kelly, if you're on here. So I was hanging out with Kelly, the owner of the Washington Wolfpack, like Thursday. Yeah. I think it was Thursday. And I was up in his suite, and like, it's fucking nuts. I don't know why I said I was up in his suite. I think that was me showboating. But I'm trying to sponsor them, or I'm going to sponsor them. I paid for it. So I am sponsoring them.
It's official. It's legit.
Yeah. Like, I haven't given them any money yet, but I agreed to, like, whatever, the sponsorship deal. But I was talking to him about it, and I was like, dude, why does nobody know about this arena football thing? Because it's
so fun.
Dude, it's nuts. It's all action. There's no breaks, the whole thing. There's like 300-pound guys flying into the audience. What did I just do? Am I still here?
Oh, there you're back.
Oh, I think I turned Siri on. Okay. So like 300-pound guys flying in like 2 rows deep. Every football that goes out of play, you keep it. So they're losing like $2,500 a game in footballs.
It's an investment. It's an investment in the spectators, like baseball.
Yeah, but I mean, technically they're losing money right now, but they're like year 2. So I mean, there's an exit strategy, like, or not exit, but like a profitability strategy. But it's fun, like super fun.
It used to be, I mean, like arena football was around when we were kids. And then I think it went away. Like it just didn't catch on enough. But
yeah, XFL.
No, it wasn't XFL. It was before the XFL. Like
really?
XFL was football without the same rules, like more intense rules. But Arena Football League with like 2 different sets of goalposts and inside and smaller field and faster and no boundaries had been around before the XFL. And it's just wild. It's intense. But it didn't catch on the same. Like I think it was maybe a little too soon. And the talent level wasn't there in terms of like,
It still isn't.
Super talented dudes. But now if you look at the guys that don't make the NFL, like now there's the UFL that The Rock owns.
Yeah.
There's dudes in there that are, it's like, it's starting to turn into like soccer is in Europe, where there's like the elite tier, right? And then there's the tier number 2, but the tier number 2 is still legit. And then there's a tier number 3. And like I don't know if it'll ever get to this, but the top 2 teams in tier number 2 move into tier number 1. And the bottom 2 teams in tier number 1 move down to tier number 2. And I don't know if if I have the numbers right and how many teams move up and move down, but they have all these tiers. And if you're in a certain league, you can get promoted to the next league by being one of the top teams. And if you're in the bottom of a league, you get demoted to the league down. And so it kind of feels like football is doing that, where it's like you got the NFL, you got the UFL, you have Canadian football, you have arena football coming back. So they're starting to get more tiers of talent.
Yep.
And there's more talent at the college level than there used to be too. Like it used to be you had really like 5 really good teams. This year, what Ohio State was like not even in the top 4, wouldn't have made the playoff and ended up winning the whole thing, I think. Like the depth of talent all the way down, like it used to be just really like the top few teams were elite and everybody else was good. Now there's like 10 elite teams, and in a while there'll be 20 elite teams, kind of like the NFL is that elite. And so I think that the talent level, the coaching has gotten better, the knowledge has gotten better, and I think technology has enabled that, like scouting is better and all that stuff. But yeah, anyway, arena football, it's badass.
I was listening, I promise. I was just trying to get some heat on, check on my dog.
I gotta show you this Boundary Waters area though. But you got, I don't want to cut you off. Anything else? Anything you got, Kelly? You got arena football that you're sponsoring.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to promote. No, I'm not trying to promote. But it was fun, and
Dude,
I think we're. Oh, hey, when you come up to Washington, we're gonna have a suite next year for Sky Power Wash, right? So we're gonna go joint venture with like another business. I think. I met the guy. Was that Saturday? Silvertips, that's the like minor league hockey team.
Okay.
They're in the playoffs right now, and so I was in a suite for them too because I knew somebody in that suite, and so I just jumped in and said hi.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, but they're like, hey, we could get a suite for like 40 grand, and then we split the cost, and then so it would be 20 grand for us, but we sell like most of the tickets or whatever and recoup the cost.
Yeah, and then it's just a cool thing to do for employees and some customers and whatever.
Dude, and okay, I'm giving away the secrets now, so nobody else do this.
Don't do it. Don't worry, there's nobody watching anymore, so you're in the clear.
No guess.
Well, you got somebody's watching. It's probably your wife.
One person.
She's being real quiet.
Yeah, no, she won't do it anyway. So 40 grand, right? Split the cost, and then 20 grand a piece. But we go to every event at that stadium, and Bert Kreischer was there like last week or something.
Yeah.
So like, you can go to Bert Kreischer, you can go to freaking Disney on Ice, you can go to all the stupid little crap that the kids like, but then we can go to football and PBR, like rodeo. A buddy of mine housed the bulls, and so we could go watch them ride those bulls, and it's like pro level bull riding.
I'm actually really behind on my quota for watching bull riding. It used to be when I was in college. My buddy and I deemed that we had about a 45-minute a year quota for watching bull riding. Because it used to be on Versus. I don't even know if Versus is still a channel. But every once in a while you'd be like, yeah, I don't know, there's nothing on, whatever, and then you just end up on bull riding and you'd be like, well, this is fun to watch. And so we figured on average you would watch about 45 minutes a year of bull riding. But now I don't watch any bull riding because I don't have cable anymore. I just have like regular channels and watch hunting and fishing videos on YouTube, and I don't watch any bull riding. So I feel like I've got some catching up to do.
So there's the trade. I go to Boundary. You come watch PBR in the suite that we have.
Yeah.
And we drink Busch Lights.
Sign me up for that. You know I'm in for that. Not much of an arm twist.
Yeah. I mean, or whatever else is at the arena. Like, I don't know what they bring there. I haven't really paid attention. Silvertips is fun because it's like 15 to 18. So they're kids, right? And they're just trying to make it.
Yeah.
Right
like
now.
Juniors.
Yeah. But right now, we got a kid that I think is 15. You're supposed to be 16 to go in, but he like somehow made it or something.
Yeah, he'll be by the time his 16th birthday rolls around, it'll be whatever.
No, he'll be NHL by 16. He's like top pick for NHL.
Oh, he's one of those guys.
Yeah, he's like a hockey savant or whatever. So like super, super good, quick, like amazing hockey player. So you get to see some elite shit or like pre-elite shit.
Yeah.
And they have heart still. Like they're not like the NHL guys. They made it. They're like showboating. They don't have to try. But these guys actually have to try, and they'll
these
fight.
boys are still trying to make it.
Yeah. So it's fun, and the crowd gets into it. It's like 8,000 capacity or something. It's like not huge. Oh, I took another picture.
You're like on top of them, man. I love that.
Dude, there's an extra button on this. I have a 16 now, like an iPhone 16. There's a button that never was there before.
Oh, damn. That's what's getting you. It's that bonus button.
Yeah, it's the one below the thing on the right.
I feel for you. First world problems. That extra button, dude.
Yeah, I only got a new phone because my old phone, the battery sucked.
I'm getting there now, and the microphone on mine sucks. Like if I put you on speakerphone and try to talk to you, my microphone normally is like shoddy, in and out, garbage. So I'm probably there.
Yeah, it's like a business thing, right? You gotta like be in communication, and you communicate like for your work and stuff.
It's the number one. It's actually the number one secret weapon of bookkeeping. At Best Damn Bookkeeping is that, and I preach it to our team all the time, is anybody can categorize transactions, but the actual thing that sets us apart is we communicate like the Dickens. And most accountants don't. They're just like they just don't like to. They're scared to. They don't know how to. And we have like processes built for it, and it works. People like communication. They want to know what the fuck's going on.
That's it. Like for me as an owner, like that's my number one gripe is with. So I've had several, and the biggest thing was not delivering financials fast enough. So like it'll be the 20th of the month, and I don't know what the fuck is happening.
That sucks. We actually we have a goal of the 10th, and Skip, who he's a subcontractor for us, but he organized a lot of data for us. He sent out to our team today, which was freaking awesome. He sent out a percentage base for all account managers and all bookkeepers as to how many month ends they had done. So they have to like mark it complete, and then they have to mark it sent. And so their task is they got to do all the stuff, and then they have to record a video and send it to the client. And then month end is done. Until they send a video analysis to the client talking through everything, their work is not done for the month. The bookkeeper's got to like say, hey, I'm done. And then the account manager has to review it and send the video. And so Skip today sent out like a pace of progress for every single person. It was such a cool accountability scoreboard. Like if you look at that and you're at the bottom of it, it ain't going to feel good. You're going to be like, shit, I got to like crank out some month end stuff. And I love and we're doing the same on production rates, which like we've always had revenue per person, but I want them to be able to see how much they produce per hour. And so they have to think about what they're billing, like what their true productivity is for what, like they're just, I shouldn't say just isn't the right word, but it's as simple as a technician, right?
Yeah.
Do work, how fast you can work.
Account manager is technician, essentially. Sorry to interrupt. But.
No, and so for all of our clients, we have a bookkeeper and an account manager. So they kind of share the duty, and therefore it's like two people on a truck, right? They share that revenue. And so I'll take that revenue and like split it in two for their portion of it. And that is what their production rate is based on. Like how often are they driving revenue for how many hours they're working? And I think that's just a good metric for anybody that's a producer to look at, is how many dollars of production do I generate that are billable, right? Like when I'm doing a thing that the client values,
Yeah.
how many hours of a month is that?
Yeah.
Of
Dude, I love it. I love it.
How many hours am I on payroll for?
Yeah.
It just creates a simple scoreboard. I don't need to say anything else about it. Like you can see where you are.
You got the same business as me, but just you're doing numbers instead of like washing stuff.
It's the same exact thing. It's just a service business. It's people trying to help other people and who can do it the best, the fastest.
Oh, that's hot. It's spicy and hot. It's nice.
It's as hot all the way around.
Yeah, check this out. The Solo stove is cooking good.
Oh, hell yeah. That thing's whipping.
Yeah, so I got these right on the side. So they're not scorching, but they're warm.
Yeah. They're hot and they're hot.
Yeah, come eat some. Fly out.
Yeah, I'm coming. Keep them hot for me. I'll be there in 4 hours. Actually, probably like 8 by the time I get in and out of the airport. I'll be there at 6 a.m. I'll have a couple for breakfast.
Yeah, you fly Delta, they'll get you here faster. Just go.
I do fly Delta. I fly out on Delta tomorrow.
Delta is the move. I'm so sold. Like I can't rant enough about Delta. So
I can't rant enough about how bad my experiences have been on American Airlines.
Yeah, same.
Oh
my God.
I did last year rant about it.
Alaska's good. American can suck something. Like
I feel like
every time we go on American, it's just dog shit.
I think Doge needs to, like, they're ripping a lot of Band-Aids off. Some are good, some I'm not a huge fan of, but in general, I like the idea of what they're up to. I think there's a lot of waste, and I think one of the things they need to do is they need to force American Airlines to change their name. They're such a bad representation of America.
Yeah, Canadian Airlines.
They should be anything but American Airlines. They're rude, they're inefficient, they're inaccurate, they're garbage. They execute super poorly. Definitely not an American ideal. We're all about efficiency and cranking shit out. You should be communist airlines. They should be communist airlines.
That's a good name for them. So I saw you in what's that place? North Carolina.
Well, yeah, at Sales Booth last year. Yeah, we're down in Wilmington.
Yep. So we're flying out of Wilmington, and were you flying American that time?
That was where my beef really went south or north, depending on how you measure beef.
South is bad, north is good.
It went real south. Well, my beef got escalated because of how south it went.
Yeah. No, I remember. I heard your story, and if you want to rant about it, I'm willing to listen. But
I don't know if I want to relive it. It was bad enough once.
Yeah. So
we probably talked about it in our 3-hour episode last year, which I got to pee here pretty soon. So let me know when you're ready to do a monologue. I
can rant. I don't care. What do you want me to talk about?
I think last year, that was a big portion of our 3-hour episode was me ranting about American Airlines and just how terrible my experience was.
Dude,
and I've had to fly it like once in the meantime where it was just like the only option. It wasn't as bad, but it was just not good. I've had better experiences. I mean, like honestly, Sun Country, discount airline, not elite by any means. I haven't had a bad experience on Sun Country. They're buttoned up. They're dialed in. American Airlines is like a full price airline with a lower than discount service. It just seems like. I don't know why. I don't know if that's their culture or their core values and that's what they're going for, or if I'm just isolated to the bad experiences. But
no, you're not. You're not. And I've observed as well, and so go tinkle whenever you want, and I can rant about how awesome Delta is compared to American. But
hey, since I just set it up for you to do that, let's do it right now. I'm going.
Yeah,
you take
for it.
Take it away. Yep. I'll be back.
Yeah. Okay. So Dan's talking about how bad American is. So I was flying out of Wilmington, right? It's a little town, has a cool little battleship and stuff. So I'm gonna squirrel around. But I'm flying out of Wilmington. I'm on like a 20-seater, and the whole flight I was hot. So I was in the back, the very back of the plane, like right next to the toilets. And I could not get air back there at all. I was trying my best. I had my thing all the way open, but I was sweating back there. Vitali, if you're watching, you were further up on the plane. You were comfortable. Not fair. The air didn't make it all the way back. So I fly to Charlotte, I think Charlotte, and then I get on a real plane, like one that has more rows. And finally I got air, but it's still American. You fly to Dallas, I think we went. He basically took my whole leg back, and we were just hanging out. And dude, I'm pretty sure I stayed awake longer than you. So we were, oh, what is it? Sleepwater, melatonin. Excuse me. We both took sleepwater, and then it was a game of who can stay awake the longest. I'm pretty sure we were texting each other on the flight, like who falls asleep first. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I stayed awake. Okay, I should make a point here before Dan comes back. So, bottom line, Delta kicks butt. Harper, my daughter, she's 8. We flew Delta down to Phoenix, and it was just an awesome experience. We get to the gate. The pilot comes up like super early, and she was just super sweet. Harper's scared. She's flown a Cessna once at this point. A buddy of mine flew her, and so she was scared to fly on the bus for some reason. And she gave her wings for her monkey, gave her wings for herself, and then told her anytime during the flight, if she needs anything, just come get her, right? And so we get up to 10,000 feet, the seatbelt sign comes off, and immediately Harper is like, oh, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. I know she's not scared, right? So I'm like, okay, let's go get the pilot. And so we go over, get the flight attendant. We're like, hey, Harper's scared. And in my head, I know she's not scared. She just wants attention. So we go up to the flight attendant. She's like, fuck no, we can't go up there. FAA policy, whatever. And so they kick us back. We go back of the plane. There's a pilot that's doing a jump, and he's a retired pilot. He gets like free flights or whatever, but he's super nice to her. Like,
What do you
really
mean? What do you mean a pilot doing a jump? Like he's in one of the jump seats, or
No,
what do you
no.
mean?
Like
Like he's about to parachute out of the plane? What do you mean he's doing a jump?
no, he's like making a jump, like doing I don't know. He goes standby or whatever, so he gets a free flight. So he's back
Okay.
by the shitters. He's like
Yeah.
right next to the toilets, like the
Gotcha.
shittiest seats.
Yeah,
But they
yeah.
put him back there just so they can like whatever. So he's a retired pilot, and just super nice to Harper. Like tells her all about like all the different stuff, and then during the flight. Oh, one big selling point for me, I got a free Bloody Mary because my family was stressing me the fuck out because we're flying, whatever, and they're all stressed out. And I was like, "Hey, we're just flying. Who cares? It's like flying's normal to me. To them,
Yeah.
it's like experience or something."
Yeah.
And so, like, they're stressed, and I'm drinking like a Bloody Mary, and now I'm fine. But they didn't charge me, and $10 for a Bloody Mary, like in the grand scheme, is nothing. But to not take my credit card out and have to do the swipe and stuff,
Yeah.
it's a tiny little thing, but
Yeah.
it makes a huge difference in like, oh, that's convenient. Like I get this thing for free,
Yeah.
you
It's
know.
noticeable. I probably
Right.
paid $30 for it on that ticket, but the fact
Yeah.
that I didn't have to do a transaction again,
Right.
noticeable.
And almost every flight, like and maybe it's because I'm nice to everybody and I just talk to them, but they almost every flight I get a free beer out of it. Like I'll buy one, and then they're like, "Here's another one," and I was like, "Is that part of your process?" Actually on my last flight, I was like, "Do they encourage that, or do they just let you have a certain allowance to like give out free drinks?" And they're like, "Well, yeah, we can, but it's like a case by case and stuff."
Yeah.
So it's a really cool policy, right? Like I'm thinking customer service. And then like the displays on the back of the seats, you can go and you can look like pilot's view. You can look at like side view, back view. Like you can see what the fuck's around you.
Yeah.
Because I look out the window, I'm like, where the fuck am I? It's like Farmville, and there's a lake there. Like, what is that lake? So I just poked the screen, and I'm like, oh, that's a lake that I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe you should go fish it sometime. Might be in the boundary waters.
Well, I've probably flown over Boundary Water. Oh no, that's north. So I've been to Orlando. Yeah, I probably haven't flown over Boundary Waters. I never go north. Why the fuck would I go north?
You will when you come here. You might.
Yeah.
They may be swing you north and drop you in.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
thanks for coming back, Dan. That rant was hard.
You crushed it, dude. I got disrupted
Thanks.
because I ran into like the master bedroom and Marty was sitting there, and then she's like, "How's it going? Who are you talking to? What are you talking about?" And I was like, "It's Justin, and I think he's gonna come. And here's how I met him." And then okay, I should probably get back to the podcast now because he's still on there, like having to rant while I'm like here talking to you about what Justin and I are talking about. If you want to know what we're talking about, you just jump on Facebook and you can see what we're talking about. You know,
Or just have her come hang out. Like she can come into like Nikki came in the last one. I don't care. Like I
she did.
haven't met Marty.
Marty is by far like there's like, oh, my better half. Like Marty is like,
You've told me she's awesome. Oh, dude, check this out. Okay, I'm gonna go for this time. It's a light fogger.
Oh yeah, it's a nice looking, clean cut can. That's a crisp looking design.
I just turned the Apple Pay on. There you go.
Yeah, you bought it again. Put the Apple Pay on there. Bought it again. Yeah, Marty.
Remote 210. This is where I'm at. Yeah, it's their own brewery for the campground I'm staying at. So come stay at Angel the Winds. Freaking $9 for a 6-pack. Like not a bad deal or whatever.
That's not a bad deal at all.
Yeah. And it's good beer. Should we go find some people over at the pool?
You could. You could see what's going on over there.
Wait, how much battery do I have? Hang on. 18%. I'm good.
You're good for a minute. Yeah, the only knock on Marty is that she has terrible judgment.
Okay.
Everything else she's like dynamite at. But why she got stuck with me, like she really could have done better.
That judgment. I got you.
She really could have done better. I outkicked my coverage. She shanked her punt. You know, she screwed that up. But other than that, hey, you know, I'll take it. Other than that, she's pretty dynamic.
Sure or not.
So
okay, Wi-Fi. We're probably kicking to different routers right now because I'm walking.
Yeah, you're bouncing around a little bit. Here's the deal.
They got routers everywhere.
I'm gonna show this to you, but really I'm showing it to everybody else, so you can get an idea of the magnitude of this Boundary Waters area and like
dude,
what we're gonna be up to.
Okay,
so it's this whole like northeastern area of Minnesota above.
Can I go put shorts on and do this from the hot tub?
Why wouldn't you? That's an absurd question.
Like, there's the hot tub right there.
It'd be crazy unless it's like really loud in there because there's kids jumping in the pool or something. I don't know.
It's probably gonna be loud. Yeah, fuck that.
I don't know.
Here, I'll go in the pool table area. I want to go in the hot tub.
Dude, just do what you want to do. You're a man.
Well, yeah, but I want to talk to you.
You got options.
Yeah.
So this Boundary Waters wilderness area is like, I mean, you can see all the dots up here. There's numbers in the hundreds. I don't know if those are entry points or just areas or what they got, but like I said, it's over 1 million acres of.
Oh, there's my friend. She wants to be live on Facebook. Here, come on. Yeah, I'm still. Yeah. No, you said you would. Here.
Yeah.
This is Dan, my friend.
Hi, Dan.
What's up, friend?
Oh, hey. Oh, what are you guys talking about?
Now you're in there. We're actually looking at a map of the Boundary Waters Canoe Wilderness area in northern Minnesota, where Justin's going to come and go out in the middle of nowhere camping.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That's what we're talking about.
What are all the red dots?
The red dots are approved campsites where they have like
cool.
fire grates. So like the park department maintains campsites. And the other dots, who the hell even knows?
Oh,
nobody knows.
Uncharted, huh?
There's probably a legend somewhere, but I zoomed in, so I can't see the legend.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But the red dots are the important ones because that tells us where we can like put up camp.
Cool. That looks like a lot. So
and we're going here. We're going right in here.
Oh, right, with a bunch of water.
This wasn't intentional. This is totally coincidental. Is I zoomed in on the map and it happened to be the spot we're gonna go. And if I zoom out a little bit, you can see there's quite a few spots. I just happened to zoom in on like the spot that we're gonna end up at.
Oh, sounds like it's meant to be.
Out of thousands of lakes and tens of thousands of campsites, we're going up in here.
When's that?
In exactly 2 months. We gotta we put in over at this number 30, and we gotta go in here, up and around and down, and then we gotta carry our shit across here, and then we gotta paddle around here, and then we gotta carry our shit, and then we gotta paddle, and then we carry, and then we paddle, and then we carry, and then we paddle a long ways and end up somewhere up in here.
Nice.
And then we stay there for a week, eat too much, drink too much, talk a lot of smack.
Sounds like a good camping trip to me.
Catch a lot of fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The end. That's exactly. And then after 7 days, we're like, we better get out of here. Our families probably wonder if we're still okay. Because there's no cell reception. You're just out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that's perfect for camping.
It is perfect. It is perfect.
So she is a big reason why I come here. Her and her coworkers. Like they're super awesome to me. Like amazing. It's a cool spot, dude. Like,
do they think you're like mentally challenged or something? Like you getting like some?
I mean, they do put a helmet on me.
Yeah,
but like,
you're getting like a sympathy play.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, one person's kind of mean to me, but other than her, like everybody else is
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than her, I mean, we're good. You know.
Good job, dude.
I go talk to
We're gonna play it up.
But
yes.
I'll be back in the office.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, do you want to go live again? Well, we're like 2 hours in. We went 3 last time. We gotta go at least 3 hours and 5 minutes.
We can go as long as you want to go. We have so much to cover. We've talked sparsely about business.
I mean, last time when I said let's talk about business, you hung up on me.
I don't remember it that way. I feel like maybe it was just an internet glitch, just a timely internet glitch.
Yeah, I mean, as long as my battery doesn't die, 16%, I'm good.
It's gonna go fast though. It's like when you're. Can you see this map? You see this map of what we're doing?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Did you see it when I was explaining it to her, or were
kind of? I was kind of spacing out.
Yeah. So check this out. This is our route. Like it's already been pre-decided. This is where we go. Okay. We drop in at this number 30. I may even zoom in more for full effect. Actually, check this out. I'm gonna zoom out for full effect so you can see all the dots.
Overwhelming. Yeah, let's go.
Look at all that water. Look at all those lakes. And like you jump around between them.
Too much opportunity, dude.
So much. And so here's what we're doing. This is our trip. We already have it booked in terms of like the entry point. So we go in here. This number 30. This is where we start. We paddle. We did find this on the way out. So we can paddle like through these narrows up here. Gets pretty narrow up in here, but we can paddle through this channel and then go down.
Paddling's easier.
There's a way to go right through here. Like if there's a creek that flows through here. I don't know if this map will show it or not.
I can paddle through that. Oh, dude. Okay, can we bring my buddy Chad?
I mean, we got 8 spots, dude.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
Chad
Chad, you'll
likes-
love Chad.
If
Chad.
Chad
Okay.
likes carrying shit and now here's a real
No, he
thing.
did. Okay. I got to interrupt because I'm excited about this one.
Yeah.
Chad did like not an ultra marathon, but like an ultra paddling experience, where it's like multiple days paddling.
Oh. Yeah, can I be in his canoe?
No, because I am.
Oh shit. Okay, fine.
Yeah. No,
Fine.
he's the workhorse. Like he's this Kansas guy I went to. So did you know I was a lifty for a ski season?
I don't know if I did.
Okay.
don't
So
think I
so Nikki and I, like, we first started dating. We moved down to Colorado and we were lift operators. Or I was. So I would just basically like smoke weed and like tell people to stop falling when they get
Yeah,
off the
you sound
chairlift.
sounds like a general ski lift operator.
Yeah, it was great. And so I'd work 4 days a week, and 3 days of skiing. It's a Vail Mountain. It was Beaver Creek is the
Mhm.
name. And so like it's a bunch of bougie people, like Wolfgang Puck was there, and like what's that guy?
He cooks stuff.
Huh?
He cooks stuff. Guy likes to cook some stuff.
Yeah, but he never cooked me anything, so fuck that guy.
What a
But
dick.
yeah, I know he's a douchebag. But the Forrest Gump guy, what's his name?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, he has a house there. And then like tons of celebrities is my point, but like they were just like super bougie. But Chad was a friend that we met there, and he's just like the funniest guy. Like he reminds me of Theo Vaughn. Exactly Theo Vaughn's like mentality. Like when I saw Theo, I was like, dude, that's fucking Chad.
Okay. So Chad and my buddy Tor. I say Thor because my buddy has a dog named Thor, and so I get the two of them mixed up because there's just one letter difference. Tor, and this is where I was going, and this is going to be Chad's role on this trip too. Now Chad is going to paddle like the Dickens, and so does Tor when he's not distracted playing techno music. There was one trip. There's a reason why we're doing this exact trip. We did this trip with 4 of us, and it was the one year that Tor didn't come. And we ended up getting separated from like 2 canoes. We ended up getting separated. We got marooned. It was a storm blew up. Things went sideways.
Good times.
Everybody's fine, but it got very chaotic for a while. We capsized a canoe in 40-degree water. That wasn't cool. We had to like bail out. Nothing got lost.
Survival suits.
I mean, like we went to shore. Luckily, it was like 65 degrees and sunny and windy, and so we dried out pretty quick. But like in our underwear on shore, and we were close.
You
to
got life jackets then, at least, or whatever.
Yep. I definitely wearing life jacket. It was like 3-foot waves. It was really freaking windy for canoeing. And
3-foot waves, dude. I've been in 15. Shut up,
dude. Yeah, but you're in a canoe, right? Like you're in a
whatever.
And so like the other dudes fell way back. We went way ahead thinking, oh, we'll just go. We got like the 7 hours to go. Let's just truck and we're going to get to this spot. We never got to the spot. We did a day trip out there at one point in time, but that's why we're going on this trip is like, it's a revenge trip. We went in May instead of June and the water was really high and the snow runoff was a ton. The water was like 5 feet high. Fishing sucked. We had a guy with us that had a panic attack. Literally, like you put in here before this island, he had a panic attack.
Yeah.
I mean,
so the wrong pick. Yeah.
We had the wrong dude. It was like the buddy of a buddy, right? And he talked a big game.
He said he could handle it. Yeah.
He kayaks all the time, and he got in a canoe with a bunch of gear in it, and he freaking panicked.
Yeah.
And like so like you put in here, we paddled up through here, and we got down to like these narrows, and we looked back, and they hadn't turned this corner, and this is like a mile. Maybe it's not. It's hundreds of yards though. I mean, it's like 5 minutes to paddle to here. And they had, I mean, like from here, we had gotten to here and we looked back and they weren't to here yet. And we're like, the hell are they doing? Right. And so then we paddled down and we made a wrong turn here thinking this was the bay we needed to go in. And we got to here and then checked our maps and we're like, just kidding. We need to go down here. And we're down here and we look back and we still can't see them. And we went way over here, like around this island and came back. And the portage you need to go to is actually right down here. You can tell by the way the yellow line is down here that this is where the portage is. And just we never saw them. We waited down here for like 30 minutes and they finally showed up. And it was like, oh no, right? Like we're gonna be here forever. And so, and then it's like a quick jaunt, portage, a lake. Actually, I think this lake gets no, this is another quick one. Just like a boop over here. I need to zoom out. I can't even tell where we are anymore.
I'm lost no matter what.
So. Oh no. Here we get in this big lake, and we got around this bend here. So we paddled here, and we got around this bend, and then the wind kicked up from like the southeast, and this is where we hit like 3-foot waves. And these dudes
so it's kicking right up through that chute.
Yeah, so we actually like had to paddle straight all the way down to here and then like stay close to shore just so the wind wouldn't like knock us over. And so we like
can't really quarter it with a canoe, can you?
No, I mean when that wind hits you from the side. But so like Moose and I, who were in a canoe together, we like paddled down and got close to this shore to cut the wind, and then made it through here and got down to here. And these guys marooned somewhere in here, I think. Like they stayed on this shoreline, which
what does maroon mean?
Like capsized.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
cool. Couldn't go anywhere. Like stranded, basically. They had half the gear, we had half the gear type of situation. It was bad. It was a bad mix. But it was largely the water was really high. A storm kicked up in the middle of our trip. We weren't together. We intentionally separated. Like when we were back here, we said, hey, we got 7 hours to go. We got a good jump. We'll get there, but Moose and I will go ahead. The weather looks fine. We'll go ahead and get to the campsite. We still got like 4 lakes to go. We're going to truck and get to the campsite. Just get there before dark, right? Like you dudes take it easy. Don't be in a hurry. Be comfortable. Get there before dark. Right. And then a random ass storm blew in that was supposed to be like some minor showers, and it kicked up 20, 30 mile an hour winds and big waves. And so they got stuck here. Moose and I got through these portages. We were actually standing at this portage here before Hudson Lake. We were standing there's like a little portage and then a quick paddle and another portage.
So you don't bring walkie-talkies or anything? No.
They don't carry far enough up there. Like the signal on them, we do, but they just don't. They won't go more than like a few hundred yards.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. They just don't. I don't know if it's like a metallic.
What about VHS or VHF?
The big thing is having Garmin, like the sat phone thing, so that you can text each other.
Yeah, if you got that, you're good. But VHF, like it's a high frequency thing, and it'll carry it super far.
Maybe we should get some. But we couldn't.
I'll upfit us. We won't have this disaster.
Yeah, I mean, so now our rule is we just don't split up. You're just going at the pace of the slow.
No, fuck that. No, go.
No, because that guy will never be invited again, right? Like you just don't bring people that can't hang, and that was a poor judgment of who could hang and what their skill set was.
Gotcha.
Right, like we shouldn't have brought a dude that can't paddle. Yeah, that was a bad move. He said he could. He lied. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But
do I need like a fitness test for this? Like I can paddle probably, but I'm kind of old and out of shape.
To your buddy Chad. And this was actually the most detrimental part of this trip is this guy was just a Debbie Downer. He wouldn't leave camp. Like we would want to go on an excursion, go fishing, and he was afraid to get in a canoe. And so morale
afraid of a deer is going to eat him or something.
Yeah, morale was just low. And Tor, every other year Tor comes. He's generally in the front of my canoe. You put the muscle in the front of the canoe, you put the smaller guy steering in the back.
Sure.
Like the front is the muscle to make the canoe go. Tor, same thing. Bigger dude, has done like those triathlons. He's done a freaking what's the 26-mile run one? The freaking
marathon.
Not a marathon. What's the triathlon where you like freaking
Ironman?
Yeah, Tor's done like a fucking Ironman. He's not in that same level of fitness. That was a while ago. But he's just a beast. When he's not busy dicking around on his phone trying to find the next techno song he's going to listen to. But my favorite part about Tor, and I didn't like, I knew this, and then it got really reinforced. And this is like business lesson for anybody that stayed in tune for two and a quarter here.
Well,
need,
people will watch the replay and they'll follow all the way through,
dude, you
like
need
because
this
this
guy.
is super entertaining.
You need this guy in your business. You can't get Tor in your business because he runs his own business. But there's you need somebody that has relentless positive attitude.
Yeah.
In years of doing this trip with Tor, like I said, this is the only year he didn't do it. And one other year I've seen him kind of get like beat where his attitude shifted. But other than that, I've never seen a guy with a bad attitude. I don't care what the weather's doing. I don't care what the fish are doing. I don't care what the other people in camp are doing. Tor's attitude is fuck yeah. And I like that, like his saying in camp is titty fucking right. And I say that with all due respect to anybody that listens to this later.
Titty fucking right? Is that what he says?
Titty fucking right. That is his saying. And like he is infectious. He's also the dude that is half the time you see him, he's naked in camp. Like you're just like, Tor, like, put some clothes on.
Do I tell the story about Chad now?
This is why I'm saying I kind of feel like Tor and Chad might be the same type of dude, and you can't. They operate at another level. They're intense. They run hot. Tor will drink that bottle of rum before you find it. If you bring peanut butter whiskey, it will be gone before you knew that there was a peanut butter bottle of whiskey for you to have a sip of. He just goes. Tor doesn't hold back. He doesn't stop. He runs hot, and his personality is infectious. And you need that positive attitude because on a trip like this, you're constantly, as much fun as it is work the entire time.
Yeah,
it is nonstop effort, and you get the shit. Last year, this is no joke.
But it's the journey. It's the journey.
Oh yeah, like, it's a total adventure. Last year, I fainted the first night, like in the middle of the night. I got to take a leak and like fainted, not passed
exhaustion.
out drunk. Yeah, dehydrated. It was raining on the way in. I just didn't drink a lot of water, and I was chewing out like one of those fake nicotine pouches and like spitting it, and so like dehydrating myself.
Sure.
Got to camp, had a couple cocktails, went fishing, had a fish fry, drank some more cocktails, went to bed, woke up with heartburn like you do. And then
you gotta meter yourself, Dan. Meter.
just fainted and landed on my face. It's like it's wilderness, it's dangerous, right? Like things can go wrong.
I mean, are there bears?
Oh yeah, tons of black bears. So
what
it's
about
like
cougars?
I haven't seen a cougar. It's not impossible that there'd be a cougar.
I'm not afraid of bears, but cougars kind of make me nervous because you don't know they're there. Like they're cats, right? They're big ass house cats.
It's not cougars like you would have. There might be a cougar in the Boundary Waters once every 10 years. Like one cougar. It's not a place they live.
Like there's not like a lot of cougars. I've seen a kitten in the wild once, and I tried to stalk it. Huh?
Yeah, you're unlike anybody that you can live in the highest cougar population in the world and you might never see a cougar.
Right. Yeah. And as a kid, I had one try and kick in my door of my cabin. I knew it did because I didn't see it happen, but we saw cougar prints upside down on the door. So it went backwards and it tried with its back paws to kick in the fucking door.
Yeah,
it was
a bear
crazy.
Would do that. A bear would not do that.
Yeah, no. So I never saw the cougar, but we knew that it tried to kick the door in. It was wild.
Or it used your door as a springboard to jump out and catch something else. Just a freaking catapult.
I mean, where it was, so we built this cabin. My dad and I built this cabin on this slope down to French Creek. It's a creek that's the property line of my parents. Growing up, we had 30 acres or 27 acres. And the property line was French Creek. It's a salmon creek, it spills into Snohomish River, and Snohomish River is fucking awesome for catching silvers, humpies. I mean, you can catch all the different salmon, right? And so they go up French Creek and they spawn out there. And so we built this cabin right on the slope. It was fucking badass, with a deck on it and everything right over the edge of the slope. So that's where I saw the cougar print. And then I saw a kitten. I was out This must have been mule deer hunting, or where were we? Yeah, I was going muley. So I had a mule deer tag. My dad had an elk. He had an any bull tag. And so I'm walking around like any bull. It's tough. Like once every 10 years you get drawn or
Mhm.
something, whatever. And so we're walking around, or I'm by myself, right? I see it in the truck. I'm driving up and I'm like, that did not look like a coyote. I saw it just kind of like out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
Like that thing just fucking pounced, right? So I walk over and I see the tracks and I'm like, that's a cat. So it's a little tiny cat. And so I just decided to stalk it for a little bit and I followed the tracks. It was like light snow and I followed it for a while. And then I was like, well, I saw the kitten. So there's probably a mom somewhere and she probably knows I'm following her little kitten. And
Yeah.
she's probably
She
watching me.
sees you before you see her for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I've got my hunting rifle, but what does that do me any good when she drops down on me and grabs me and fucking eats me? So I decided to stop stalking the kitten and just go back to my truck.
Good
But
idea.
I mean, I had seen no deer at that point. But the next day, I'm walking around and looking for muleys. There's no muleys around. Like whatever. My dad's hunting any bull, and this is like Yakima, whatever. Um, and I'm walking around, and a whole herd of elk comes by, and they're skylined, like they're right on the top of this ridge, and
Yeah.
I'm like 35 yards below them, probably 30 yards, whatever, below them. And I'm looking up, and a spike stops right above me. Perfect skyline. I got my crosshairs right on the shoulder. I could easily take, like, this would be my first elk. This would be my first big animal of my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
know my dad has the tag. I know he has any bull tag. And I'm like, fuck. Like, should I squeeze the trigger? Like, it's right there. It's easy. Like, I
Yeah.
drop this thing, it's nothing. But he's any bull, and he gets this once every 10 years. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not
He's
going to
not.
fucking wait.
Yeah. He
Do I
doesn't want
waste
me to
his
spend
tag?
his tag on this spike.
Yeah, which in hindsight, he would have loved it. Like, he would have been stoked if I killed it and, like, whatever. But then the next day, he gets fucking, like, 5 by 6 or something, 5 by 5, whatever. It was a big one.
Yeah.
But I was gone at that point. I had to go back and like hang Christmas lights or something, like it was during,
Yeah.
light season.
Yeah.
So he didn't get it. He shot it. He didn't get it till next day, and it had some gut rot in it. So the meat was like semi-marginal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but still, like it was still worth it for him to get that fucking, the trophy.
Yeah. The effort, man.
Yeah, and I could have shot a fucking bear on that trip too. I didn't realize it. I had a black bear. I was looking down on it. I was up above on the hill, and he's
Yeah.
down. And there was a black bear there, and he stopped, and he was perfect. Like I could have taken him. I didn't know he had a black bear tag too. That was the same fucking trip.
The guy's got all kinds of tags in his pocket.
Well, he gets the wildlife or whatever it's called, like the tag where you get everything.
Tag. Yeah. Yeah. Sports.
Well, it's just like sportsman.
Patron's license. Usually it's a patron's.
Well,
license.
here it's called something else, but whatever it is, it's like the bear, cougar, elk, deer. Like he gets the everything tag.
I have heard, and at some point we got to do this. I have heard mountain lions are fucking delicious.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get one. Let's go to Colorado. My buddy has hounds, or not my buddy, but like his friend.
Yeah.
He trees cats, and we just fucking shoot them.
I want to do that so bad.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah. So Sean, if you're watching, there's one person or whatever. Sean, if you make it 2.5 hours,
probably you or I that's still on here tied in. I don't know who's watching anymore, but
it doesn't matter. But Sean, we'll go with Sean.
Somebody will catch it later. Somebody will catch it later on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, I'll remind me later because I won't remember because we're drinking and stuff. But Sean's buddy, he's the one that went to Colorado with me, me and Nikki, and he stayed in Colorado because why not? Because it's fucking awesome. And he lived with a guy that has hounds, like they're bloodhounds. and they just go tree cats, and then you shoot them.
Yeah. And then
Like,
it's a cool way to do it too, because you can be if you're on them, you can be particular, right? You can get after a what do they call it? A tom. This is a male.
oh, okay.
So you can be more
Phone
versus just
dropped.
like
Yep.
stalking. If you stalk mountain lions, you're kind of at the mercy of just shooting whatever. But if you tree them, you also have time to assess, is it a mountain lion you want to shoot? And hunting with dogs, anything hunting with dogs is a different, it's just different. It's so cool to watch dogs do their thing.
Yeah.
And somebody that doesn't like that, it kind of bugs me. There's a lot of states that are banning dog hunting for bears and dog hunting for different critters. And it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't think you should be allowed to jeopardize something like that if you've never done it. Right?
Yeah.
Like if you don't actually know how it goes and what it's like, and you've never been out in those shoes and seen how it works, there should be a law passed that says you aren't legally allowed to dictate how that thing is done. Because you don't know.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. You're talking about the liberals in the city. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like liberals or anything. Yeah, the city folk will impute rules on country things. We run into it in Minnesota all the time, where the city of Minneapolis will vote hard against wolf hunting. Everywhere else in the state of Minnesota is like pro hunting wolves, right? Because
They
everybody
know
else
what they can fucking do, and they're
everybody else has to
vicious
deal with them.
fucking beasts. Yeah.
It's really like, sure, want wolves on the landscape? Yeah, they're fucking awesome. They're super cool.
But
Do
then
we
they
want
kill
them?
all the cattle, and you're like, no, this isn't cool.
Yeah, it's like, do we want them unchecked? No, right? We manage everything else. If we're going to manage deer, and we're going to manage rabbits, and we're going to manage squirrels, and we're going to manage foxes, and we're going to manage coyotes, and we're going to manage cattle, and we're going to manage everything, we can't have the next highest predator besides humans unchecked.
Yeah.
Right. And
there's a reason why they have the fucking what is it, the Red Riding Hood? Like, it's a wolf, it's gonna fucking kill you. Like, that's the point of it. Like, don't go to wolves. Like, they're going to kill you. We had a wolf try and kill Sky. Did I tell you that?
Oh yeah, man. Wolves will kill every other dog in a heartbeat. Like
But they tried to bait Sky out. We were in fucking Oregon.
Yeah.
We're at an RV park, or like it was Yellow Pines. I think it's a state park or something. We were in there, and it gets dark, and we hear some scratching out there, and I'm like, oh, it's a fucking coyote. So I start throwing rocks at it, and coyotes will run if you throw rocks at them, and they don't go. And this thing stayed, and I'm like, well, what the fuck's happening? So I start shining my light out to see the eyes, and see what's going on. It's looking straight at me. I'm like, okay, weird. This coyote's not sketchy, right?
Yeah.
And so
it's mangy.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It's fucking a weird coyote. And so we just start kicking it again because we're kids. It's Nikki and I, like 20, whatever, in our 20s. And then we hear scratching and like branches breaking and shit, like tons of noise being made over there. So I shine my light again, and I'm like, this fucking thing, like, what the hell's going on? So I bring Sky inside, and then I start looking around. I shine my light all like 360, and I see eye sets all the fucking way around our camp.
Oh yeah.
They're all looking at us, and they got the one wolf that's trying to grab Sky and bring her over to it.
Yeah.
And so, like, they're trying to bait Sky over there. Like, she's barking, she's freaking out. She's like, I want to go kill that thing. But they're baiting her over so that the rest of the pack can go fucking kill her.
Dude,
they're crazy
so smart,
hunters.
They're so smart. I mean, like, they're awesome. I think I speak for 99.9% of all the outdoorsy people out there, is like, I don't want to see them go. Right? Like, I want wolves around. They're fucking badass. They're cool. They deserve to be on the landscape. But they can't go, like, the ESA recovery objective was met years ago, right? Like, it was thousands of wolves, and now we're at tens of thousands of wolves.
Yeah.
And it turned into this stupid, like, weaponized liberal bullshit, which is like, oh, we like wolves though, but it's like, everybody that loves wolves doesn't live around wolves, right?
They're
and
not dogs.
the species is recovered. The species is recovered where it should be. They should be managed like any other game animal in any other state. They should
Oh,
be
this is a good
hunted.
backdrop.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great backdrop. They should be hunted and utilized like you would utilize a white-tailed deer, right? Like they are a wild game species. They're awesome. White-tailed deer are freaking awesome. I killed 8 of them last year.
Yeah.
Like I'm not out to like December.
You got 8 deer last year?
Hell yeah.
Dude, I need to come hang out with you. I've been trying to kill a muley for like I don't know how many times I've gone. I still haven't shot a big animal. I've gone and like hiked around and pointed my gun at them.
Yeah.
And then something goes wrong, or
that's just the nature of hunting.
Yeah,
like it's a reps thing.
But it's worth it. It's still fun. I hike around and like I go where the fuck I want and have a big ass gun. If I want to shoot something, I shoot it.
Yeah. Yeah. The end. It's a blast.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, it's not a blast because I didn't blast anything.
But you could.
It would be a blast. It's like a potential blast.
I shoot. I think I shot 1 with the. No, I shot 2 with my rifle. Not 1 with my rifle, and then 1 with my muzzleloader. Everything else is bow.
I saw you in a tree. I saw you and Marty in a tree.
Yeah, we do a lot of bow hunting dates. Marty shot a really nice buck with her bow, but it was my old bow, and she hit a little high, and it's just not high powered enough. And so after we tracked the hell out of it, had a blood trail, it died out. The buck is still fine. Like we had trail camera pictures of him 2 weeks later, still like doing fine. Clearly could see where the wound was. It wasn't.
I'm at 7%. I should probably go.
You're running dead. But yeah,
Marty's tinkle. You ready for a rant?
Yeah, you can do a tinkle. I'll rant. But yeah, Marty got into bow hunting more and more and more over the last few years. We did an archery league together, and we also want to make it clear to our kids, especially our daughters, that hunting isn't a male thing. Like it's a human thing. It's a procurement of food. It's a pastime. It's a way to get outdoors and like check out of the hustle and bustle. Oh, you really checked out. You made me go totally solo.
No, I'm here, but I don't want to show my Peter to all the fans. So I'm gonna go Mike and Cam.
Okay, you do that. That's a wise strategy. But yeah, so Marty's gotten more and more into bow hunting, and we've gone deer hunting with rifles together, but we hadn't gone. And we've gone bow hunting together, but it was just always me having the weapon, and she had been with me when I had shot stuff. Actually, we just started moving mounts around in our house, and I have 3 shoulder-mounted whitetails, and we just moved them from what I used to call the game room. And it was the game room, not because we have a bunch of games or play games in there, but we have a bunch of wild game in there. It's where all of my deer and fish mounts are. Besides a turkey mount, we have 1 turkey mount, turkey fan, beard hanging down. And that was the first turkey I ever shot. And I shot it with the bow when Marty and I were out bow hunting together. It was our first like hunting date. It was the first time she ever went out hunting with me. And largely it was a mistake because I'm used to shooting white-tailed deer with the bow. And when you shoot a whitetail, you plug it with an arrow and the arrow goes through it and the deer runs off and you track a blood trail. And sometimes you see it fall, but most of the time it runs out of sight before it dies, and it dies quick. It falls, kicks its legs a little bit, and then it's toast. It's not like a chicken when you cut its head off and it runs around for 2 minutes. Well, when you shoot a turkey with the bow, even if you smoke it and it's dead immediately, it is like a chicken with its head cut off. It flops around for an extended period of time. And so I made the mistake of shooting the first turkey. I had not shot a turkey with the bow before. And I shot one the first time I took Marty out hunting with me. And it was cool. We like grunted a small buck in and passed it up. And then we rattled a big buck in and we just didn't get a shot at it. And then right as we were about to get down, these big turkeys started moving in. And so I shot the biggest one, like the first one that came through with my bow. And it proceeded to flop around for like 5 minutes. And Marty and I had been dating for 3 or 4 months at this time. And I was like, well, like, this is probably it. Like, this is probably going to seal the deal here. And again, I just didn't expect it to die right in front of us, and watching something die is not a fun thing. You know it's happening, you know it's part of the process, but it's not unless you're you got a couple screws loose. Nobody likes that part of it, right? It's just part of the food acquisition. If you buy protein anywhere, fuck that. If you buy vegetables anywhere, like you killed something. You can think what you want about that, but like when I pull a vegetable out of the ground, it stops growing. Like it's all part of the circle of life and the chain that we all deal with. Animals are just different because they also have two eyeballs, but like I don't feel a whole lot different when I kill a deer versus I feel a different level of appreciation, but I also love growing a garden for the same reason. And I also realize I'm killing a tomato when I pull it from a plant. It is what it is. And they're freaking delicious. And I'd rather do that than buy it at a grocery store, just like I'd rather go kill a deer than buy a steak every time.
Yeah.
No doubt about
Better
it.
for you. Better for you.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if steak tastes better. I'd taste better than me if I killed it myself. But anyway, so that turkey was super cool. And it was also probably the turning point of when I knew I was going to marry Marty. Even I didn't propose to her for months after that, but her response to watching that animal flop around, and I was like in my mind, I'm like, oh no, we just had to watch a bird die, and birds have a violent death, even though it's kind of like watching a fish flop around. Even though nervous system wise it's dead, you still fillet it, and like the tail
killed
kicks
chickens.
up.
Yeah.
When you kill a bird, they just keep dying, and you're like, holy smokes! Like when you kill a deer, that thing
is
is
like to run around. Yep.
Yeah, and so we watched that turkey for a while, and then when you kill a big turkey like that, and I know we killed the boss turkey because when it died, all the other turkeys were like, "Oh shit, Bob, what's up? Like what's?" Is Bob
they
dead?
all huddled. Okay.
Oh, dude, they all huddled around Bob and they were concerned about him for a second, and then they started kicking the shit out of him. They're like, "Oh, Bob's down! Like it's our right pecking order." They're like, "Oh, damn! Like the boss is dead. Who's in charge now?" And so they started kicking the shit out of Bob because they don't realize that Bob's dead. He's just laying there.
Pecking it or what?
I mean, they were kicking it, they're pecking it, they're beating the shit out of Bob, but Bob was dead.
Or turkeys do that shit? Okay. I've never shot a turkey. Okay.
Dude, turkeys are, I mean, just like anything in Mother Nature, right? It's like I've seen deer do that, right? If you shoot a big buck and another buck comes along and your buck is laying there, the buck that comes along and sees the other buck laying there, even if it's a buck that's kicked his ass before, he might look at it for a while and then he'll go beat the shit out of it. He's like,
really?
Oh, dude. I mean, right. Nature is just who kicks whose ass.
Nature's metal. Like,
it's the best Instagram account. That's the best Instagram account on the planet.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff. Yeah.
And it's real, right? Like this is how the world works. It's classic. The strongest survive. And so there's a pecking order. And so if you shoot the boss turkey when he's down, every other turkey is like, "Oh, what's wrong with Bob? Oh, Bob's not looking so good. Oh, Bob's not
they're trying to show off to the rest of the turkeys. Like,
I'm not looking so good. I think I'm the new Bob. I'm gonna kick Bob's ass, and I'm gonna kick your ass, right? Like that's what's going on in the woods. And this was the fall.
Yeah.
I was bow hunting. This was the fall. This wasn't the spring when they're breeding. This was the fall. I just happened to have a turkey tag, and usually in the fall,
they're still like that. They're not like broody, but they're still gonna kick the shit out of it.
It's still a pecking order. It's like, who's number one? The number one dog just got laid down, so who's number one? And they fight.
So I gotta show dominance. I'm like, I'm gonna kick the alpha's ass, even though he's fucking dead. Those dumbass turkeys.
They're so dumb, and they're also so smart. They freaking see everything. They're like so innate to what's going on around them.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit. I mean, they're a blast to hunt. One thing I found out, I'm pretty freaking pumped about this. So I have a turkey tag in Minnesota. I got a turkey tag in Wisconsin. And I found out that in Minnesota, there's no minimum age limit to hunt for turkeys. For deer, there is. But for turkeys, my 8-year-old Danny and my 6-year-old Reggie, who's about to turn 7 in 4 days, they can hunt with me and shoot the animal. And so I just went this last week and bought a 20 gauge and a BOG death grip little tripod thingy to rest the gun on.
What's
So
BOG?
Boots on ground. I don't know what it stands for, but it's a BOG death grip. It's like a $200 tripod. It's like made to hold a crossbow or a gun in place for somebody that can't hold it up. They're like super legit tripods.
Okay.
They're like top of the line tripods.
Yeah.
And I actually probably like fault my parents with this. They created a lot of opportunities with me, but they didn't give me good gear when I was young. Like they very much worked. They gave me good gear for sports, but didn't give me great gear for hunting. And I turned out fine. Now I buy good gear for myself when I want good gear, but I very much want my kids to have.
You roughed it.
Yeah, I mean, like we just use like hand-me-down stuff all the time, right? And I'm like, I want to buy my kids nice gear. We'll sell it later. Somebody else will want to buy it, right? It'll be nice gear. But I went and spent $500-600 on their shotgun. My shotgun is still my grandpa's hand-me-down, right? I didn't pay anything for my 12 gauge. Their 20 gauge cost me like $600. And I want it to be adjustable and this and that for youth and this gauge and this type of shell and this thing with this type of sight.
So it doesn't recoil too much. And
I want them to have an enjoyable experience and like have a good time out turkey hunting. So anyway, I get there's a cool thing in Minnesota. Not cool if you don't have kids. Super cool if you have kids, which is there's no age limit. So I'm not going to bring my 2-year-old out hunting, but my 6 and 8-year-old are all about it. They want to go shoot a turkey. And for my turkey tag in Minnesota, I get basically a week with like it's like a Wednesday to a Tuesday or something, with the weekend in between. They get the entire fucking season. My kids get from mid-April through the end of May. They get 6 weeks to turkey hunt, and obviously, like they have to be with me, right? So it's
so you get the whole season, is what you're saying.
Selfishly, it's turkey hunting for me, right? I couldn't really give a shit if I'm the one that shoots it. I really enjoy calling them.
Yeah, but you get to go out and hunt. You get to go walk around the woods and play fucking hunter guy.
Yeah, and I don't have to have a tag to do it. They can have the tag, and they get like, and I don't, even if it's my tag, I don't really want to go without them. Like I have, but last year I hunted turkeys 4 times. I went with my buddy Bryce once. The next time I went with both my girls. Then I went with just Danny, and then Danny and I again, and we got one on the 4th try. The other 3 tries I shot and wounded. I didn't get like just did so bad turkey hunting last year. Did great at calling, did bad at killing.
The shooting
had a blast.
Yeah.
Learned a ton. My shotgun was shooting like a foot low at 20 yards. So and I was shooting at 20 to 30 to 40 yards.
So your shells got wet.
It was actually my bead on the end of my gun was really high. It's like a false bead. It's an added bead to like glow, but it's too big. And so, and I have a knack to put the bead right below the bird's head and put the bird right above it. And so I just kept body shooting them. Like at 20 yards, I couldn't kill them. I was shooting them in the body. So I gotta go re-sight in. I bought a new sight.
So they got armor on their body. Like you have to do a headshot with turkeys.
Yeah, you have to do a headshot. If you shoot them in the body with shot, they just freaking their wings and their muscles, like if they're compact,
it's not gonna go through.
A couple might get in there, but like
not enough to drop them.
No, they're just gonna run away and do stuff. You got to shoot them in the head. If you have an arrow, you shoot them in the body. Like an arrow, you shish kebab.
Yeah, that's gonna penetrate and go through.
Yeah, it'll go all the way through. But surprisingly, like most of the time when you shoot you shoot a deer with an arrow, goes all the way through them, just zips through. You shoot a turkey with an arrow, a lot of times it just shish kebabs them, and they go running away with your arrow in them. Like,
oh shit,
they're tough as shit, dude. They are little bowling balls.
So what is that? The like feathers and shit stopping it, or is it like a shitload of bones, or what's stopping the arrow?
So I think what it is on a deer, if you think about like the layers of a thing and how far they're spaced out and how each layer has like a surface area thing that you need to get through. If you look at a deer, it's like hide, and depending on the time of year, the hide might be thinner or thicker, but you got like hide into the skin, and that's kind of like layer number one. And then you have like a little bit of meat into the rib cage. And if you hit a rib bone, it's for sure going to slow it down. And then you hit diaphragm, and it's lungs or liver. It's like a juicy organ. And basically your arrow
go
doesn't
right through
feel
that.
any resistance.
Yeah.
It goes right through it. And then you hit the rib cage on the opposite side, and then the skin on the opposite side. When you shoot a bird, it's like wing feathers slow it down, and especially if you start hitting some bone in there, it slows it down. And it's just like it's like sand versus water, right? Like water slows shit down a lot, but if you throw shit through sand, it hardly goes anywhere. And so like you can shoot through a deer, and the inside of that body is water, and it'll for sure slow it
So
down.
spread out with the feathers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you're shooting through wings, it's like shooting through sand. It just keeps slowing it down. There's just more friction. It just keeps slowing it down, slowing it down, slowing it down. And then it's like their skin is tough. Their muscle, where you shoot them is through a breast muscle. Rarely do you try to shoot a deer. When you're shooting a deer, you're trying to miss the muscle, right? You're missing the shoulder. You're shooting back in the body cavity where there isn't nearly as much
heart
muscle to
lung.
go
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And so like when you shoot a turkey, you have to go through the breast. So you're like going through it's like a pretty tough muscle. And then you break through the rib cage, which is a pretty tough ass rib cage. It's not vertical ribs. It's like a breastplate, right? It's like a plate of armor. And so it's like, you got to go through that. And like in the middle of the bird is a vertical breastplate. Like when you cut up a turkey, right? Like that, the middle of that bird is a freaking barrier that separates the two breasts.
I've never paid attention on Thanksgiving. I just fucking
dude.
carve it and cut the meat
Dude,
up.
you're gonna see when you carve up that turkey, like you cut down the middle of it, and you're like, damn, like there's a big bone right down the middle, and so you got to go through that, and then the rest of the breast meat, which is thick as fuck and real dense, and then out the other side of the bird, which is thick and different layers of feathers. So it's actually, in a funny way, it's like more dependent. It's a smaller animal, but it's more dependent. They're just little bowling balls. It's more to penetrate through to get through a turkey than it is a deer.
That's crazy.
It's weird. If you hit one with your
and
car,
they're smart as
like,
fuck too, right? Like turkeys are actually smart. Like they're smarter than national bird is eagle, right? But turkeys are actually smarter, right?
Smart's a not
relative
the right word to use. Yeah, it's funny. It's like
evasive or whatever. I don't know.
Instinctual.
Okay.
I'd go with instinctual because they see everything and they're scared, right? They have like a bald eagle doesn't have predators. It doesn't give a fuck.
And they'll go fucking nest in trees. I had a customer that was she was a turkey farmer, and I was like, what the fuck? Why do you farm turkeys? And she's like, well, because we sell them for like whatever Thanksgiving, and
they're
all of her turkeys. Well, but all of her turkeys would fucking nest in these trees, and they're like 100 feet up.
Oh yeah, they love a big old cottonwood tree.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Turkeys go up in trees? I had a pet turkey, or not a pet turkey, like a dinner turkey that we raised to eat, and he was an asshole, and we never had a turkey again. But he was dumb as shit, and I don't remember him going in a tree.
Yeah, just different. He just didn't know, right? He's just dumb.
Well, yeah, he was with chickens, so he learned to be a chicken, and they just went in the fucking, whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, any normal turkey will always roost in a tree because all their predators are on the ground, right? Foxes, coyotes, wolves, badgers, whatever. We
Should I
have
stop live streaming this to my Facebook channel because I'm drinking and getting a little, over the top.
I don't know. Totally up to you. This is what I do on Facebook.
Well, you're a bad influence, is what I'm saying, Dan.
Yeah, that's probably fair. That's a good fair.
I mean, I think I have 5,000 followers. No, I know I have 5,000.
Yeah, I saw it. You have 5,000 followers now. You're a big deal.
Shit.
I almost had 5,000 followers, and then my Facebook account got hacked, so I had to start over.
Yeah. Now you're Daniel.
Now I'm Daniel. I got to get the blue check mark. I didn't have the blue check mark.
I'm serious. Like no joke. My cousin brought this up to me, right? The blue check mark. It's not just like something for like notoriety, it's Facebook actually gets your shit back faster.
Oh yeah, there's no way to get it back if you don't have it.
Yeah.
There's no recourse. You can't get a hold of anybody.
Yeah.
And I think it also makes you a target. If they see that you're active on Facebook and have followers and you don't have a blue check mark, I'm sure that's why they went after me.
Yep.
I'm like the perfect candidate.
Well, you're not. There's no incentive to help you, right? Like
Yeah, I'm
give
not paying
money
for
to
shit.
them, they help you.
Yep. So, which I can't. And part of the reason that you're streaming this and I'm sharing it is because Facebook won't let my new profile share it and stream it. I can share your stream, but I can't stream it myself. They also won't even let me blue check mark it yet. It's like too new. They don't trust me yet. I need more credibility. So I'm trying to post shit that I normally wouldn't
even
post.
with like even if you have, like your ID or whatever, I don't know. You're
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, they won't let me. They said it takes weeks before they'll approve me to go
I'm gonna
live.
soak up some of this booze right now.
Oh yeah, get some potassium in. You did it wrong. You're supposed to open it from the other end. Didn't you see my post on Teresa's post?
That's
Yeah.
right. Draw a line in front of a chicken.
Is that a real thing? Can I draw a line in front of the chicken?
I mean, somebody told me that, and I repeated it. I've never tested it.
All right, so
But-
mine I tested. If you flip that, now it's probably too late for that banana.
No,
so
I understand. I've heard that too, but
Yeah.
I still don't.
You're wrong. You should. It's just more fun. Because then also you get people that look at you like your banana's upside down, and you're like, no, it's not. This is the way to do it.
That's true. I mean, I'm happy to do things different, but I'm also a creature of habit, and I've done this for my 38 years on the planet. So I don't know.
Well, when you're ready to change, continuous improvement. When you're ready to open bananas better, then you can start opening them from the seed side.
Well, the problem is you have to remind me.
I just did.
I'm not remember next time. No, 3 seconds from now, I'm gonna forget.
The next time you open a banana, you're gonna be like, shit. That's right. I was supposed to open it from the bottom.
I don't know. Dude, I got a banana hammock here. Check this out. Look, a banana hammock.
Yeah, you do. I mean, if you're ready for another banana, you can try opening it from the bottom. But then you only have one banana, and your banana hammock won't work anymore. Because if you have one banana, that
what do I
hammock
do with
is
the solo banana?
useless. Yeah, you got. It needs
I have to put a
vertical
clamp. It needs a clamp at the bottom for the last banana.
Yeah, I was to say, or like literally a hammock hanging from it where you can put one banana in it.
That'd be fucking sick.
That'd be a nice add-on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just got this at Walmart, like probably a week ago, because I was like, "Why the fuck are my bananas sitting on the counter? This is stupid. They need to be elevated."
Yeah,
And
bananas hate being laid on the counter. Have you ever asked a banana where it wants to be? It never says laying on the counter.
Exactly. And it ripens better apparently if they're hanging. So if they're on the counter.
According to who?
The banana hammock sellers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So if their marketing got me, and I was like, shit, yeah, my bananas they're bruised and like not
they're
perfect.
soft on the bottom. They're angry at me.
Yeah. And I'm like,
their morale is down.
Exactly. So I'm trying to boost banana morale. And I'm like, these bananas just gotta hang, bro. And so got this. Now the bananas are perfect. Look at this banana. Look at this. Have you ever seen a banana that good?
They look dialed in. I can taste them from here, man. They're sharp.
Yeah. It's like right on the edge of like perfection. Like a little green. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do prefer my bananas a little not ripe. Like if I don't want
same.
Ripe.
A little green.
A little bit of that, like, I don't know, sour is not the right word, but you know what I mean, where it's like there's a little sharp flavor in them because they're not fully ripe. Where it's like they get fully ripe, they're super sweet and they're soft.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
fan of that. Not a fan
No,
of that.
too
I want them
mushy. Too mushy.
I want them a little firm. I want them a little firm and a little sharp.
Yeah. Have you had a plantain?
Yeah, they're not that great.
Yeah, they're fucking dog shit. It tastes like chalk.
Yeah, why do they
Like-
suck so bad? They're so close to a banana, and why are they so bad?
I don't know. I had one like last week. It was my first plantain. I'm like, this
Did
is
you
a
lose
big
bet?
banana.
Did you
Huh?
lose a bet? Did you lose a bet?
No, I just was in Walmart and I was like, plantain, try it. Justin, yes, this is a good idea. So it's like a big banana, right? I'm like, okay. So I open it, take a big ass bite, and then I'm like, how the fuck do I open my mouth now? Because it's all chalk.
Yeah, it's just like you're eating paste.
Yeah, but your mouth is just like, you can't open it.
You need a pina colada with it, some of that pineapple juice.
And Nick, oh, he's probably awake now.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's up and at it. He's doing stuff.
Is it 2? Can you look up Puerto Rico time right now?
Hold on, I'm on it. I got this. Count on me, dog.
I told him like I might be still podcasting by the time you wake up. It's like 2 a.m. is when he wakes up. And then message him if he's awake or if it's 2.
They're on Atlantic time, so he's 4 hours ahead of you. So
It's 1 a.m.
It's 1 a.m. there right now.
Just tell him to wake up early. Fuck, Nick. Come on.
Damn it, Nick. We can't keep this going for another. I'm out of beers. I got one more beer. That's all I got.
Well, so all we have to do is make it till what was our last one? 3 hours?
It was I think it was like 3:15. It was over the
Okay.
3 hour mark. It was somewhere over the 3 hour mark.
What was your longest one?
I think that was it. There's been a couple that have pushed 3 hours, but I've never gone back and looked. One of them I think was on the Bookkeeping Beer and BS show, and so it's not on the Home Service Happy Hour feed. It was on my previous podcast, if you will, and that one might have went longer, but I never went back to verify.
Well, whatever your record is, let's just go like 1 minute past just to set the record. That's all I care about. And then I can go fucking drink by the fire or no, go to sleep.
You can go to sleep. You can eat did you eat another banana? Or are you still on the original banana?
Oh, that's it. Like this is one and done. Here.
Okay. I was gonna say, because for a second I thought you were.
I made it. It's in the fire now.
Did you really?
Oh, dude, I did. Here, I'll show you. Proof.
That's gonna be some good ashes. You can put that.
Oh, look, there's the fucking plastic, and there's the banana peel, bro.
Yeah, you crushed that.
Uh,
The wind looks like it
all I
finally
did.
calmed down a little bit.
Well, I put more wood in, but the plastic is still there.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a pressure washing company to handle that.
Yeah, this is marketing. Or no, it's not marketing.
It's demand
what is it?
generation.
There it is. Lead generation.
Yeah, it's not quite marketing.
I don't need Angie's list.
Still
I
demand.
am Angie's list now.
Justin's list.
I just go around and dump plastic everywhere.
Somebody gonna need to clean this up.
Just light folding chairs on fire at every campground.
I mean, it's a great tactic until it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I'd start burning down RVs and then
I did
out of business.
So Michael and I are partners in Hire Lead Chill, and so we meet once a week to talk about recruiting, business strategy stuff, and work with Sean on that. And we were laughing about my Facebook hacking incident, and his take on it was like, Plata, you must have done this intentionally, because the amount of attention that you got from getting hacked and people posting on your stuff and talking about your stuff and interacting with it and like who was saying stuff about it, like you got so much free publicity from being hacked that I think it was a publicity stunt. And I was like, it's funny because it was miserable and it sucks. However many pictures and posts and content and all the shit I had out there, I'm just gone, right? Like I could probably keep chasing it down and trying to work through that and figure that stuff out. But in reality, like all that effort for maybe getting it back, and I never looked at any of the old content anyway, so I don't know. It's like kind of whatever.
Yeah, and what value is that, right? Because people are gonna look through like maybe 10 things if they're like obsessed with you.
Yeah, and I mean, like I think it's good. It's good to have that backbone of content for especially now trying to rebuild, because I think not everybody like knows who I am, and so to be if they see me and they can go see that, they'll be like, oh, I see what this guy's about. Like all of his stuff that he posts is business stuff, podcast stuff.
Yeah, but when they
Okay.
research you, they're gonna look through like 10 posts or like 20 posts, whatever. Like it's not that much. You can rebuild it fast, right?
I can, but I can't go live anymore, right? And so, like now, my posts are: here's what we're having for dinner and breakfast sausage. By the way, I acknowledge your breakfast sausage. I made some breakfast. You commented like, "Oh, you should make some breakfast sausage." We got so much fucking breakfast sausage in this house. It is the best.
Yeah,
Right
it's all
next to
deer, right?
yeah, it's 50-50 pork and venison, but the venison
Right.
bacon, man, when we go to the Boundary Waters, we're gonna like there's some wild game that gets trucked up there and like hauled in frozen. We'll bring some
I'm in.
coolers of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually the first couple nights up there, just in case we don't like start smacking fish right away. I always like to have some venison to like buy us some time.
Well,
And we'll for
yeah,
sure.
well, I don't have it yet, but I'm gonna have the dehydrated, the freeze dehydrator thing, like to make freeze dried shit.
Oh, badass.
Yeah, so I'll make some freeze dried shit. I got a customer that wants to sell theirs to me, or like maybe give it to me. They bought it for like $5,000. It's got like
Yeah,
5
those are
trays.
cheap.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get one at Costco for like 1,500. Like I mean, it's a lot of money, but like the amount of production you can get out of it, like fucking crazy.
What would you freeze dry with it? Like what?
Everything. Like, what wouldn't you?
I don't know. I've never freeze dried anything.
Oh, freeze eggs. You scramble eggs, freeze dry it, and then you rehydrate. You got scrambled eggs. Fuck, I don't know. Candy.
Skittles. I've had
Skittles.
freeze
Yeah.
dried Skittles.
John Maynard. Maynard sent me Skittles, fucking ice cream sandwiches. Like those things were bomb. Like Skittles are bad for you. Gummy bears or whatever. He sent me a bunch of candy, but you can do real stuff. Like everything that you have in those mountain house. What are they called? Mountain house or whatever.
Yeah.
Everything in those you could make yourself. You just throw that shit in a tray, freeze dry it, and then you have it like your own food. You throw water in it, and it's good.
That's kind of badass. Mountain House meals, the right recipe, pretty damn good.
Yeah, but it's all generic stuff. So I mean, you could make a burger, like your best smash burger, throw it in that, and then just throw it in a Ziploc bag or whatever, like
vac seal bag and just
back seal, yeah,
yeah.
and then throw water in it, and then you got a smash burger up there in the mountains.
Damn. You just got to figure out your ratios, because the nice thing about like the Mountain House and everything else is they've already figured out the ratios of how much, like how long, how much water, all that stuff. If you freeze dries your own stuff, you just got to figure out like what the right amount of water is so you don't turn into like burger soup.
I mean, yeah, or you have a little chalky burger, but whatever. You just add a little more water. Take a bite of the edge. If you start getting chalky, add more water.
There you go. Dial it in. You can dial that shit in.
Yeah. So tell me what you want to eat there, and I'll freeze dry a bunch of stuff whenever I get my freeze dryer. And then we'll just
our game plan is to not eat much there, because we're bringing oil, fish fry batter, instant potatoes like you wouldn't believe, in ramen. And then I always bring a few cans of baked beans just to make some people carry something heavy. But for the most part, we're doing like,
let's freeze dry the baked beans.
we should freeze. Actually, that would be the perfect thing to freeze dry. Why wouldn't we freeze dry baked beans?
Exactly. Or if you hate one of the guys there, make him carry them, and then bring a bunch of freeze dried, and then just laugh at him when we get there.
Dude, I think freeze dried baked beans would actually be perfect because worst case is you just have a strainer and you get your beans out of the liquid that way.
Dude, we can do that. Like it's just the liquid in it. You
Yeah.
pull the liquid out and it rehydrates to whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect.
This is like why isn't life freeze dried? Why do we have water?
Because it doesn't taste as good when it's freeze dried. That's why.
That's fine.
The texture changes. The texture for sure changes, and sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. But every freeze dried
When you've been hiking 10 miles that day or 20 miles, whatever.
well, yeah, you don't care. You're just like, I'm so hungry. This tastes delicious.
Get it down my throat hole, and then let's go to sleep.
Yeah, but I will say, like, every time I've had a good freeze dried meal, I'm like, man, this would be so good if it wasn't freeze dried. Like,
Well, then you didn't work hard enough.
No, I was like, I'm just a normal human, and I was like, this would be even better if it was just normal lasagna or whatever this dish is.
True. So wait, you eat freeze dried when you're not hiking?
No, like when we were out in the mountains in Arizona, we were eating some freeze dried stuff, and it's good. Like, not complaining. I'm not like, oh, this shit sucks. But when you have a good freeze dried meal, in the back of your mind, you're like, man, this would be so good if it didn't need to be freeze dried.
I've never felt that sentiment. I think I've worked like
now
every day. Every time I eat freeze dried, I'm like, I am so fucking tired. I just need to shove something down my throat so I can pass out and not be hunger pains.
Okay.
So I don't think about the taste. I'm just like, oh, it's excellent. I don't give a fuck. Just get it in my stomach so I can go to sleep.
I think they generally taste good. Like, I feel like they do a pretty damn good job of finding stuff that tastes good before they freeze dry it, because they're like, they sell it at a premium. Like, that shit ain't cheap. They sell it.
Yeah, it's only $5,000 for a freeze dryer. You can make that up fast, bookkeeper.
You can catch it up fast. Sell it to all your buddies. Sell that shit.
I could, but fuck them.
I want this freeze dried stuff.
All for me. Yeah. If they want it, they have to go hunting with me.
We usually do. So when we go into the Boundary Waters, back to the Boundary Water stuff, we usually bring like a backpack cooler in. And so Moose, who's going, will bring like breakfast burritos. He'll freeze them and then haul them in that. And so that'll like carry us for breakfast for a few days. And I'll bring some like venison back straps and stuff in for the first night or two to do a little surf and turf. We'll get some surf out, catching walleyes. We'll do a little turf with the back straps. And depending on how the bite is, that might last us forever so long while we're up there. And then really we're banking on like, and we'll have, like ramen stuff and noodle stuff and rice stuff and just different instant, add water, whatever, because the water's plentiful. But I do like normally for coffee, I'll bring a percolator and throw it on a fire. I'm kind of at the point where it's just like, jet boil. Like I don't feel like waiting 30 minutes for a percolator to do its thing and having to build a fire. I think we're just at
what's the percolator?
That's the thing where you put the pot on a flame, right? And so usually we put it on a fire, like get the fire going, get it hot, and then the water goes up, like the pressure pushes the water up through the spout, and then it goes out and hits the
coffee,
the cup with the grounds,
okay,
and then drains down. And so it percolates, like it keeps pushing, the heat pushes the water up through the middle and down to the sides. And there's a glass like looking knob at the top where you can see the darkness of the coffee basically. And so as it keeps pushing through and pushing through and pushing through, makes a really damn good cup of coffee. The bottom has a lot of grounds in it, as you can imagine, because there's not like a paper filter in there. It's a metal filter. And so some grounds definitely get through. But it's good like campfire coffee for sure. Percolator.
So this is what I switched to. Folgers, and it's like tea bags.
That's fucking disgusting.
You're gay.
I am, but I also know how to make good coffee when I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Okay. All I care about is caffeine intake. So,
Right.
like,
So it's like,
flavor. I can do a good cup of coffee, like good or whatever, But
here's the biggest challenge to the cups of coffee when we're in the Boundary Waters, which is we'll bring like decent coffee in, whether it's percolator or a freaking jet boil or whatever it is. We'll whip up some coffee, and then I always bring mudslide or some like liquor, like Bailey's style creamer to put in the coffee.
I like that. Yeah.
But like for every one that the rest of us will go through, Tor will drink one a morning. He doesn't drink coffee. He'll just grab the fucking mudslide and drink the whole thing in the morning.
Yes.
And you're like, damn it, Tor. Like that was for the coffee. And so now I know to bring like 3 or 4 mudslides with, because otherwise Tor's just gonna grab one and just like glug 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 glug.
Dude, okay, so this is why it's so hard for you to get in. You're dragging all this shit that has a bunch of liquid in it. Like,
that's why we don't bring beer. You can't bring beer. You got to bring booze.
dude, okay. So so apparently goats.
Also, it's not hard for us to get in. We choose to carry all that in. This is like, we're not like, oh man, why is it so hard? We're like,
Well,
we
one of
want
your guys was like the one that whined about shit.
he only whined about paddling. He didn't whine about carrying it. He was comfortable carrying it. He was a smaller dude, but he just couldn't handle being in a canoe. Like that was his
does he get
downfall.
seasick? I do get seasick. So if there's like 3-foot chop and I'm boiling back and forth, I might puke a couple times, but I'm gonna go.
No, it's not seasick. You're a couple hundred yards from shore, right? It's not like you're not on a huge body of water. We're not going on big bodies of water. We're on inland lakes. Not to say it can't get windy and wavy. That was about as windy and wavy as I've ever seen it on this size of lake. The dude couldn't handle it was dead calm when he went in the canoe.
It was the workload.
There was no wind when he sat in the canoe. It's just
His
a
arm-
little
his
tippy.
arms
You have
hurt.
to know how to manage your weight. And he just couldn't handle being in a canoe on the water. Like he just couldn't.
Whatever. All right.
I don't know.
To
I
each
don't know
their
why
own.
I don't know why he signed up for it. He was one of those dudes where the things he would say versus the things he would do, the amount of disconnect and lack of integrity in what he said versus what he did, was astounding. I don't know how else to put it. He did, and I don't want to dog him the whole time.
I gotta jump in. Bush Light, 210, or Coors Light. Like, you got to make this decision.
Oh, Bush Light.
Bush Light. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Got it.
I got Pacifico too. Have you had one of those?
I have. I'm not in love with them.
Yeah, my dad likes them. I don't know.
Just another beer you need to throw a lime in, like a Corona that doesn't taste good.
Yeah, I told him to get a pale ale because it pairs well with this cheese I got. Apparently, I don't know. It's like a dill cheese thing. You're supposed to get a radish and a pale ale. He brings Pacifico, and I was like, dude, there's no pale ales where you went. And he's like, no. And I was like, there's no IPAs. And he's like, well, yeah, there's IPAs. And I was like, that's India Pale Ale.
That's pale
and he's
ale,
like, oh,
dude. The PA.
yeah, he doesn't know. He knows MGD.
Indian Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but he's not. He's MGD, Coors Light, Pacifico. That's like his beers. That's it.
I haven't had an MGD in a lot. They still make MGD?
Fuck yeah, they do. I got it from Walmart. I go to Walmart a lot. I don't know.
You got once in a while. You gotta.
Yeah, but the bottles. That's the move.
Bottles of MGD.
Yep.
I could see that. Especially with the cheaper Miller beers, bottles are a echelon above the canned beer for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I think it's the aluminum. It gives like a tinge of metal.
Just a tinge of bad flavor.
Yeah. No, MGD is the best beer on the planet. Sorry.
Let's do some of that. We'll do some of that when you get here before we go to the Boundary Waters, because like when you get here Friday and all the way through Saturday, we go hard on beer because we know we're not going to have beer for a week. And so like we'll get our MGDs and our IPAs in Friday and Saturday, because once we start paddling Sunday, it's just booze, and that's it for a
True.
week.
Dude, the best deer hunting trip I had, we had mules, right? So we had 2 mules. They packed
You
everything.
have mules, or you rented mules, or you stole somebody else's mules.
So my dad's friend got these mules. They were like what was it? U.S.
Military.
Force. Not military. They were down in they might have been U.S. Forest Service or something. Like they were branded like U.S. something, and
They're badass mules.
yeah, they spent time in like Grand Canyon and stuff. They were like pack
Damn.
mules. They're designed for like
They
packing
knew
shit.
how to carry some shit.
Yep. So Pebbles and Bam Bam, those were their names.
Of course.
They hauled everything. It was awesome. Like we threw 2 cases of beer in there, and they just fucking went up this hill. We went 8 miles in. We're hiking through shit. It's like pretty steep, and if you take a horse in there, that thing's gonna freak out. It's like super steep, sketchy shit. Like stuff that I felt like if I had a 50-pound pack on, I'd be a little sketchy walking on this stuff. The mules just fucking trot through it. And then you tie them up to a a line they can walk in camp. They feed a little bit there. You throw some whatever food down. The guy, the friend of my dad's, would walk them every once in a while just so they could move. But they just stood out there. It's snow. It's like half snowing, half raining. They're like, whatever. It's just weather. And
This is so tolerant.
yeah, they did nothing. Like my dad went in with horses like 2 years prior, and then his rifle bag, it was like it was like a foam bag or whatever, but it held smells. He put the bag on the horses, and they freaked out. They just like took off running and like broke fucking everything, through the packs, through everything, freaked out. But these mules, they don't give a shit. They just fucking walk and do the thing.
Yeah.
So we need mules that can paddle kayaks, and then we'll just go.
We could do it like a sidecar situation where we bring a mule in a little sidecar thing. It'll make the paddling slower, but it'll make the portaging a lot faster. We'll just load them up.
Yeah, or goats, because goats
Actually,
can
I
haul
think-
35 pounds, and we put some fucking floats on the goats, and
I
they
was
just
I think this would be a bad spot. There are some spots where you got long portages, but this is tons of paddling. Excuse me. And the portages are generally pretty short. And so I think it would take us more time to load these bastards up than they would save us.
It's true.
So I like where your head's at, but I think it's a bad idea. I think we just need Chad and Tor. We need
There you
dudes.
go.
with a
Put
really
them in the
good
front,
attitude.
and then we just hang back and we drink our beers.
Yeah, I mean, like you just need the good attitude. You need the pep. You need the step. You need the let's do this fucking thing. And as long as you got guys with good attitudes that see the positive, because it's business owner stuff. It's outdoorsy. It's adversity. Things are going wrong. Weather's going wrong. Fishing sucks sometimes. Not everything goes as according to plan, and so people
That's part
that
of the
aren't used.
fun.
Yeah, and it's like some people can handle that, and some people can't. And business owners generally can because they're used to it and they know how to operate under those circumstances. And most people have no idea what the hell to do when the plan goes wrong. They can't handle it. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna send you the calendar invite. I gotta pee again, and we're past. We did it. We're at 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Is
And
that record?
I think it's a record. We went past our last one, which was a record, and
Cool.
I still have a tax thing I got to send out and a new client intro thing I got to send out. So I should probably
Go
do
to
that
sleep, dude. It's
before
like
it hits
fucking
midnight here. Well, I mean, it's like shit's got to get done. I also fly out tomorrow, so I got to do it before I get the hell out of here. And I got
What
meetings
time are you
tomorrow.
flying?
Like noon, but my first meeting tomorrow is at 6:30 a.m. and then I have meetings right up until then. So
Why did you schedule this for when you're flying the next day?
because normally I do this Wednesday nights, but I'm gonna be at a convention doing dinner, hanging out, drinking beer tomorrow night with people at the convention. I didn't want to have an obligation tomorrow night, and so we said let's do it tonight. That's why.
All right, next time we'll hit the 4-hour mark.
I just like to have fun, man. What can I say?
Yeah.
We're just having fun. We just had fun for 3 hours and 19 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm still ready to go.
I know, but you're also 2 hours in the past.
Yeah, come over
you're in the
here.
past.
Let's do a live here. Yeah. Okay, next time you're coming over here. We're gonna do a
Okay.
live here. It'll be 9:30 by the time you're ready to stop, and then we'll just keep going.
And then and then if we're both there, then we can just take turns there taking a pee instead of leaving somebody on one half of the screen trying to monologue.
Yeah, better.
Way better.
All
Well,
right.
dude, seriously, first week of June, I'm gonna send you the calendar invite. Block it off. Tell Nikki you're gone. Bring your ops manager. Tell Chad, so that he can come too. We got spots. We need outdoorsy dudes that like to carry shit, paddle shit, catch fish, have a good time, and
all those
unplug for a
boxes
week.
are marked right there.
It's gonna be a blast. So I'll see you then. I'll talk to you before then. And business nerds, whoever is still hanging and made it to 3 hours and 20 minutes. If you made it this far, you sure as fuck know what to do, which is work smarter and harder. Go earn yourself some pride. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Do you have a sign off thing?